Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online, and one thing you all might notice that is different is my face cam. So I have altered my setup a little bit. I have basically moved my monitor. It's a little bit of a task to move my monitor because of the way it's connected to the desk, but I moved that and I moved it a little bit to my left so we get more of the Middle Earth map back there, which I should probably point this way. I am all messed up though. That minor adjustment and just moving things a little bit, a few inches, that has totally messed me up with my setup and just how things actually work on my desk. So it's going to take some adjustment for me. But what I am wondering is if you all have any feedback on that, if you like it better how it is now. And another note actually is my monitor is a lot higher than it used to be, because the way it was before, it was secure to my desk, but it was a little bit iffy. And was very much so leaning on one side basically. So right now it's a lot more secure. I wasn't really worried about it before, but I'm a lot less worried about it now, if that makes any sense. And my microphone is also going to be a little bit farther away. It is stretched out, the mic arm is stretched out as far as it can be, so it is a little bit far away. Hello Nazgul, and also people that were here before the stream, Biking It, Liking It, and Wizco and Frozen Ice, all here before the stream started. And also somebody else was, but I totally lost that message. I think it was the Aussie Gamer. That part was in the name, and then there was also like AKA Peter Pan. But yeah, while I am settling in and going on about the whole webcam, face cam stuff and setup adjustment, the main feature for today's stream is actually going to be group content with my kin. I think we're doing Siri Surma. I think that's the name of the instance. I really hope I called it the right thing. Yeah, Siri Surma, right there. So we're going to be doing that at least. I don't know if we'll be doing anything else, but that is the plan right now. I also have a Hobbit gift to open. And as usual, I think I want to start off with missions would be a good thing. So we can actually get out of here. Don't need to be in Minas Tirith right now. I will check if I can go to Galtrav. That would be pretty convenient if I could. I cannot go to Galtrav, so I'll just use my Warden muster, which is more convenient anyway. But yeah, with the webcam and face cam, I also have it as a smaller box. So if people like the smaller box, it almost makes my face look bigger to me, which is a little bit scary. But I can go back to the old size box, which is a lot more normal looking to me. I almost prefer this one. And this one's better aspect ratio. This is the normal 16:9, or is that what it is? Yeah, 16:9, I believe, is the normal aspect ratio. The other one, the little box here, that one is 4:3. I think, so it's a little bit more square, which is probably obvious looking at it. But the problem with this one is there's more open space that is neither consumed by the game or by me, and I'm like out of position with it. I tried sitting over here. I'm even farther away from the mic if I'm over here, but this really messes me up compared to at least sitting over here, which is slightly closer to normal. And just for reference, this is about where I used to sit on my desk, was more like right here. So if I sat in the normal area, it'd be way out of frame and not even looking at the center of the monitor. So if you all have a preference between the two, please let me know. But my personal preference, just looking at it while I am streaming and while I was setting up, was actually this one, not the one I started it at. Again, this one I think has a lot of good parts about it. It's more square, takes up less screen, which I think is good, but it just looks weird to me, probably because I'm used to the wider one. So maybe if I do another video, which I plan to do another video at some point, when I do another video, I would like to maybe see if people have feedback on that as well. I also have one more little announcement for the stream, is I finally remembered to try low latency mode. So chat should come in quicker and there should be less of a delay. The only slight problem is I'm not sure if it will cause me to drop frames at all. That was one concern. But another thing is the stream itself could be slightly less quality and potentially a little bit more laggy being on low latency. Hopefully none of those things actually happen, but those are a couple concerns. Anyway, we can get started with some missions. I believe the kin event is scheduled for 10 minutes from now. That would be Wednesday 8 p.m. server time, which is in 10 minutes. That would be 7 p.m. my time. But yeah, other than a lot of adjustments that these missions, I don't think I've done much on this character. Maybe I have, but they just don't sound all that familiar in general. I need to move my phone away. Okay, so this mission I have done before, but I feel like I did it on my hunter and not this character. But I don't actually even remember. The problem, I always have to bring this up, but the problem with the missions is I do them on so many different characters that I forget which character did what with them. But they are actually a very good way to start streams because I can go through my usual slowness with getting started and talking about the things that I want to talk about for the stream, and I can actually do stuff other than just like spin around in circles in Minas Tirith, which is what I otherwise probably would be doing right now. Looks like a lot of these little burrowers, they really like to get into anti-exploit mode. That was probably one of the longest parts of this mission in my past experiences running it, is fighting the ones that just want to stay in anti-exploit mode, just like these two and the one I was previously fighting. As long as I can keep the dots up before the dots reset with them, that should be okay on the Warden, I believe. And I don't need to kill all these enemies necessarily, but I will run into most of them. I can probably start focusing on these survey spots. I actually don't even know if there were any in this corner where I was struggling with the anti-exploit mode enemies. There's a good group of them. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to get back to Seri Surma. I think that is a fun instance. Again, it might be relatively short overall. I'm guessing we'll try tier 2, but I'm honestly not sure. We could even do tier 1 then tier 2. But it has been a while since I've actually done a lot of group content with my kinship. We did the Wildwood instances. I led that, and that was a little bit kind of roughish. And then we did the... oh, what was the next one I did? There was something after that. We did the Gondor roving threats, and maybe that's actually what I'm thinking. Oh, we did Naryuhel the Red Maid. That was like a whole stream of running Naryuhel the Red Maid. I think I did some other things on my character, but it was mostly just Naryuhel. Probably Naryuhel and missions, if I remember correctly. So getting back to doing instances, I think should be pretty fun. And we still have, yeah, a little over 5 minutes before we actually get to that. Okay, I'm actually making good progress on this mission. Again, it usually seems like a slower one to me, but is going fine right now. Okay, got that done. And that was a fairly quick mission, I feel like, overall. I do want to check not Gondor. I always want to go to Gondor for some reason, probably because this character is in Gondor. In the deed panel when I'm checking my, like, missions. I really wish missions had their own panel. That would be very convenient. There's a lot of things I actually feel like in LOTRO could have their own panel. So, for the War of Three Peaks, I still have 36 missions it looks like to do. As far as the Mountain of Missions, that's just something I'll eventually get done. That'll get me 2,000 Virtue XP. I just heard weird noise, don't know exactly what that was. It sounded like a little staticky, buzzy type noise. If I can hover over this. Okay, anyway, I don't know. I was getting distracted totally by that, but area of interest, that is what I just finished. We'll actually see, that is still up to 44, so that is what I have done on this character, but I would like, I kind of forgot about this on the first one. I plan to, I don't know if I'll do all these missions. It would be nice to get that weekly done, but I really don't think I will. That will probably have to wait till next week, but I do want to check and actually do missions that I have not already done on this character. I'll go ahead and accept them all, and my quest log, that is one concern. My quest log could actually get full, but I can just cancel the missions. I still want to do ones that I have not actually done, like Relics of the Golden Cloth. That one does not sound like one I have done, so maybe see if any of these, the Veil Watch, I almost think I saw that from Warden. Unfortunately, you can only look at one of these NPCs at a time to check which ones you need with the deeds, and I also should move these panels somewhere separate. I like them close so I can look at them, but still need to be able to click the NPCs. Somebody waved at me. I don't know who they are. It was not that guy, though. Maybe that one? Anyway, to look at these missions again, they don't sound familiar. I doubt I have done the Burrows one, because usually my missions, when I do them, I just try to do the ones that sound exciting by name, and that does not sound exciting, something with burrowers. So I'm guessing I have not done that one. I don't want to spend too long. That is actually a concern, that I could spend too long just looking at the list of missions trying to find one I have not done. I'm trying to look specifically right now for the burrowers. Probably the better way to do this, like I was doing last time, is actually looking at the missing deeds and then seeing if the quests are there, maybe. I will check the other NPC, because I actually did not see any just through that glance through. Let's see, Watchers of Iron, the Veil Watch Rescue. I really, just because I don't remember many of these missions, I really feel like it should be pretty quick to find one that I have not done. Nose of Kerbrine. I'm really surprised I haven't done this Nose of Kerbrine on this character. Wow, maybe I actually have done all these missions. I'm getting pretty close to being done with this. Worms. Haven't done the Gate Captain. That's also surprising on this character. I guess it really depends when I actually decide to do missions, what is available. So it looks like I have done all these missions as best as I can tell from that. Maybe I'll just pick one, the Burrowers one, just because that doesn't sound like something I would do. But it could also be one of these that I just ended up actually doing it. This one actually does look familiar. Something I've done once, maybe, is what I really remember with this mission. So I need to clear the cave claws, the stone claws rather. Can't mix those two up. Need to clear them, and I think this is very random. I was looking at the deed log and all that in the quest, but somebody said Louis there. I thought they might have been waving at me just to wave at me, or since that was also a warden and I'm a warden, but like Aldine maybe? With the name. This is a hard name to read. I don't know if y'all can even see the text, it's so small for me even, but it just said Hail Louis. Okay, so I still need to destroy Stoneclaw burrows, and I believe I probably passed one up, and then there might be some on the other side of the bridge. I believe we are already actually at 7 o'clock. It took me so long to find a mission to run. I probably, with how quick the War of Three Peaks missions are, when I actually do good progress on them, unlike this one, it probably is quicker to just run all the missions and go ahead and get that done than it is to try to find one that I have not done that is available. I don't know if these Stoneclaws just attack or if they all threaten to attack. I would guess they just attack because it's a mission, and that would probably not be too fun if they didn't just attack, because then you could just run through and do what you need after you kill enough. So I'll go ahead and get these. It's not that many I actually need to kill, and of course, as a Warden, it all goes by relatively fast. I don't know, we only have 3 people on in the kinship. I think a few more people actually signed up for the event, so that'll be interesting to see how many people we actually get to this. And that is a giant shrew. That is definitely something worthy of cowering in fear. I cannot target the NPC, there we go. Okay, Eyes on Elder Slate. I really don't remember these missions by name. That is really why I feel like I've not done them, but I guess I have. I don't know if we will be picking up the group, or if I do have time. Maybe I'll go ahead, since we don't have many people on and the group's not forming yet, I might go ahead and try to squeeze in one more mission. We'll try Eyes on Elder Slate, just because I don't, like all these other ones, I don't really remember it by name. This one I need to claim the path. I have done missions like this, and I probably have done specifically this one. I don't remember if I've done it on this character though, that's just the thing. I know I have done this mission though. This is one where enemies spawn as you claim the little objectives. See, there's another metal base. There it is. I actually couldn't see it. I was hiding behind the bushes, it looks like. So now I should have some orcs attacking me. There should be another metal base right up here. And then maybe one more after this one, if I remember correctly. It's really nice out here in the Elder Slate. One thing I do actually have to comment, it's something I was thinking about with like Louisden, and how nice Elder Slate should be compared to a place like Gondor where I am, and Old Anorian just with the Shadow of Mordor stuff going on. But one thing with the Elder Slate that makes it a little bit less appealing, maybe as far as like bright blue skies, is it is always cloudy here. It is even like a gray, smoky type cloud is almost what it looks like. I actually think I have mentioned this before, but unfortunately, the zone itself is not the prettiest. It's an interesting zone, but just with the rocks exposed, it does not look the prettiest in the game, and it's also a little bit even yellowish on the landscape, not too much like good green vegetation going on. Oh, I actually need to claim the last one. I was ready to actually leave this place thinking I'd completed the mission. It looks like we are about to form the group, but once again, we only have... I guess I'll go ahead and loot the mission reward. We only have 3 people on the kin. And I am going to connect to my kin on Discord. And I should... Yes, I am on push to talk. That was a big issue we ran into one time recently. Hello. Let me go ahead and turn this mission in. So for people that aren't familiar, when I play with my kin, I have the Discord audio in my headphones, but you all still get to hear the in-game audio in the background. I'm on like push to talk with them. I have no idea who that player is that messaged me. Okay, so I'm going to get this character out somewhere more useful. I probably need the... Actually don't need the subscriber town services. I already got those. I could go to Minas Tirith. That's probably where I need to go on this character. We'll see. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slow actually getting the instances started up. Sounds like people are just moving a little bit slow. Or the game is moving slow would be a better way to describe it, I think. So one thing I do want to do is turn in my task. I don't know what items, which one? I think do, I don't think that one. I think, actually I don't even remember. Oh, sword halls, that's what I was thinking, but that's not. You're talking about the Osgiliath 3-mans. Yeah, anything is fine with me. Damage claws, I think I already got, okay. So it sounds like we are basically doing, actually not entirely sure what we are doing yet, unfortunately. Torn skins, I can go ahead and do 2 of these. I don't think I really need to care about buying Defenders of Minas Tirith reputation. After I'm turning these in, I actually just remembered I got all the reputation I needed from these people, but can still go ahead and do that. I still get reputation, which is good for LOTRO points, of course, if I do actually rank up. And just so y'all know, my cat, he would probably sell her. She is right in front of my keyboard and right under the microphone. In fact, her fur is touching it. So she might be bumping on that. Okay, I should probably... It's very hard to type with my cat right there, but it's hard to reply as well with that. But I guess that person actually had 2 people recognize me from videos. And hello, Din Jaren, who does play with my kinship as Diadem. I think I have to turn... The music here is a little bit loud. I have to turn my volume slightly down. At least I do have speakers to actually hear the endgame audio. It's just the music a little bit loud. Yeah, the only piece I have new is the cloak. I think we ran a couple things since I've had that, but... Oh my, I've got to my wit, my loyalty virtue up a little bit. That's maybe gave like 500 morale recently. Hello, Stan JN. And the cat ASMR? I don't know. Maybe if I pet her, you can hear her purring maybe. Actually, actually don't even know if I can hear her purring. Hello, Ivan Stainer. So I should probably, while we're waiting to get things formed, I should probably at least do something somewhat useful. So I have, my focus today is going to, as far as my Gondor progress, is going to be with Talath Anor and doing some of those quests. So I need to go to the North Gate. And I did get the quest to do the builders thingy at the North Gate. I think that would be quite useful for me to do as well. Oh, Ivan, that is actually you on your Beorning? Vetving? I had no idea that was you. I'm guessing that was you. Oh, the player's offliner doesn't exist. I mean, I'm always up for doing it tier 2 if you all want. So got assisting the Builders Fellowship, League quest, retaking the Northern Ramos. There we go. These are all the quests I want to do. Oh, so Ivan, you did say Hey Louie is Ivan? I did not say that. I am sorry. I totally missed that. Yeah, this one. I did not see that one. I just saw, that's kind of funny. I saw what you up to at the moment. I was like, I thought maybe this was a random person that was doing that.
For Faramir leads you to the subterranean tunnels under Osgiliath.
Okay, so I will have to focus a little bit more on the content than usual running this on tier 2.
By delving into the darkness.
Okay, it looks like we are ready to go. I am having lag, just so y'all know. It's kind of weird, but whenever I'm in Minas Tirith, after I leave Minas Tirith is when I decide to get the lag. Yeah, I don't know if this is possible with the technical way it works, but I really feel like it's just the game unloading all of Minas Tirith that causes so much lag. It's also hard to hit my javelin skills with my cat there. I think the Guardian is completely frozen with Minas Tirith. It's of course lagging me out a little bit, but in Vortex 17, the virtues I like to use loyalty. I think I even just talked about that. But loyalty is good, and wit, I also like that one. And if you're looking for more DPS oriented stuff, which is kind of what I would recommend focusing for current high level balance with virtues, the that's exactly what I do. Okay, we got through all of those. I will get the, one of them, the western one maybe? Think so. Oh, never mind then. So we have to try to go through these instances fairly quickly. So we're working on the challenge. We have to do this in 30 minutes, which might seem like a lot of time to kill 30 slugs, but this is a relatively slow instance. So we really have to keep up our speed, and it says Runekeeper's first time actually in here. He has a little bit low morale, but I have successfully done this instance, and I think even the challenge with that low of morale. So that isn't a problem, just could be a little bit more dangerous with one-shots, but other virtues, Valor is a good one. So my priority for virtues is loyalty, wit, then Valor, and then determination and confidence. Not really too confident actually on which two of those to prioritize for like the fourth one, but that is the general. Oh. Yeah, I ran around. I didn't expect it to open that quick. The thing with the mitigation virtues that you probably see I have tolerance and fidelity with the tactical mitigation, I only use that for some specific old content. A lot of the content we were running early, I'm forgetting about the AoE here and the crawlers. Although I think we discovered it's best to just like AoE them anyway. I will say my AoE has been nerfed with update 29, but it's probably not too bad overall still. But it could have been even better. And again, if anybody has feedback with the stream, I know the stream has started a little bit slow with the viewers, so maybe people just like slowly joining in. About the face cam, not so much the positioning, maybe a little bit. I can hardly actually see that in my preview, but I have changed the position of things, so right now I am very far on the right of it. All that. Oh, that was bad. At the beginning of the stream, Ivan, it was closer to 10, which is low for me. Right now it's doing pretty good. That's why I thought, especially with chat picking up once again, thought I would mention that I have changed. Let's go to this one. I have changed my setup, so now I am far on the, let's see, this would be on the left maybe, of the face cam. And I talked about it all earlier. I have to focus a little bit more on the content right now. I think it's these slugs that do a lot of damage. Really, if I remember correctly, I want to stay far away from the slugs. They have something that does a lot of damage. And hello, Zeph Jansen. You said, and by the way, Zeph, because I know you're in a time zone where there are at least countries or places where the J is pronounced like Y. If that is Zeph Jansen, that would be better. I'll probably just call you Zeph. Usually when I see people in chat for the first time, I usually just go by the full name. But anyway, setting that aside, you said if there's crawlers nearby, yeah, avoid the AoEs. The slow for them is definitely what I want to avoid. It's probably good to, oh, here's the Guardian. You're taking so long, I was about to actually pull those. You probably just came in to save the day though. The poison. Looks like the Runekeeper is unfortunately playing fire. So Ivan, you might be playing your Beorning or a champion. I probably won't be in that Dwarf Hall too much today. I already got my missions done at the very beginning of the stream. Okay, ready? Okay. We got, yeah. Did not mean to use regular resolution. We have to stay out of those circles, that's an important thing. Somehow the Guardian's still alive. Oh, I used my slow, but I don't think it hit them. Okay. I am about to die, and unfortunately I just died. I will go ahead and run back. Actually, I think that was relatively successful. There was a lot going on there. Unfortunately, I am in combat. I might have retreated actually a little bit too quick, so I'm in combat, which means I don't get my force march, which means I am slow. Wardens really do spoil me. If I was like a Runekeeper who had normal movement speed, it would be like no difference. Looks like they actually got through that. See, I wonder if it's fastest. Okay, let me try this. Probably shouldn't have jumped. Oh, actually, I was able to jump and land in a way that I did not break my legs. That was nice. I think we're doing good on time so far, though. Okay, we're going to line of sight these guys, but I really like to get a little hit of damage on them. And then slash diadem. This is only a 3-man, so unfortunately we are at the maximum people that can be in this. Okay, I need to slow them. I wonder if the Defiler will have a bad disease on me. I should have potions for that. I need to actually I have potions of cures. I think I am out of regular potions. I should retreat or start running back. Hopefully I got enough dots on them that we at least killed a couple. It looks like we killed a warrior and maybe another warrior. But yeah, I am actually out of potions. I need to get some of those. I do have these ones I actually need to use. They have been in my inventory so long, but they're also so useful. I feel like is why I don't use them. I'll go ahead and put them right there. I'll put the good potions there. Don't need the little weak potions. The morale potions, I mean. I'll actually use my fire oils. Hello, Iru. V4 Tor. Iru Vader, maybe? If it's supposed to be like a... Some people have the 4 as an A, but anyway. Yes, I run mostly in assailment. I will when I feel... So in this instance, there's a lot of reasons I don't want to be in melee range, especially with like the crawlers and the slugs and just different things like that. I feel safer farther away. So I usually, in this instance, stay assailment, but during normal group content encounters, sometimes I will switch frequently between the two stances, but as far as my spec goes, I play, yes, assailment. Oop, yeah. At least when I'm out of combat. I want to slow that crawler, but I also don't. There they come. There we go. Like in that situation when they actually get in melee range, right now I feel fine switching to melee, so I can switch to that stance. But I kind of forgot actually that the yellow line spec was actually called assailment, so that is maybe what you're talking about. And for assailment, the DPS, I really like it. Update 29 kind of messed up my build. I really like Shattered Javelins and the consistency with the guaranteed Barbed Javelins. There goes my cat. You all might be able to see it, but the cat's messing with the tapestry. But yeah, the DPS, as far as I measured it before update 29 at least, was higher in the yellow line. And in an instance where I feel a lot safer ranged, I definitely prefer to be in it. I find yellow line very fun, so it's something I like to play when I can. And usually also in landscape leveling, I've just played yellow line so much lately. Okay, I'm going to, while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and use my consumables. Sorry, I got hungry. Also should use my javelin skills. Sometimes I feel like I'm just lazy about actually using my javelin debuffs there. So Rick the Stick, your masteries, okay, they're getting easier. Yeah, it's something I feel like you have to play just a lot and you'll get used to it. You said you've been spending 2 hours doing the easy risk layer deeds. Yeah, I feel like that's something that would be a good help. Oh, did you want me to ambush? Okay, sorry, I missed that part. Yeah, if you want to pull him so we can avoid those crawlers, maybe? Oh, no. Okay, so I have a couple of crawlers on me. I can slow everything. I think I already used range resounding challenge, but just make sure everything has it up on them. The big troll is dead, so that is good. Okay, going to switch to melee temporarily. Get at least a little damage boost just for that one gambit. Wow, that fight went pretty well. We got two groups. One like mini group and one big troll. I don't know if we should get the rats. They're probably very easy to kill. So your problem, Eru, with Assailment is the devs clearly forgot to put animations for it. Maybe. I haven't really paid enough attention. I feel like there's a lot of regular animation still. I think I somehow missed Surety of Death. Probably was resisted. I wonder if this character's finesse, how it's going. I'm up to 27%. That's pretty good compared to what it used to be. Alright. Let's actually put the Javelin debuffs before I forget about it. Hopefully I can get some bleeds, some of the barbed javelin bleeds. And now I will, this is kind of scary, but I will run into melee. Oh no. I think that was yeah, the Defiler. Oh no, well, I'll be quick. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know exactly what that was with the Defiler. Toxic Curse. Probably shouldn't have gone in melee. I don't know if that's what it was, but... yeah. I'm going to try this jump again, see if I can land. Oh no, that time I did not slide where I missed the injury. "13 minutes and 12 slugs. I really feel like we're running this pretty fine overall compared to some of my previous runs. I really need my Aloma Town. I know that slows things down, but it is such a morale booster that I just need it out. Okay, going. Yeah, as fast as I might be, I cannot outrun Rez. Oh yeah, they have to get the lever, but I can stay down here. Uh-oh, I'm in combat. Oh. Okay, so it sounds like the Guardian is pulling the crawlers, and I really should put my consumables on my skill bar, but this is filled with so many different things that it's not really feasible right now. Okay, we got one crawler. There are the other ones. I wonder, on 2 targets, I should probably not be using the AoE morale taps. I did not mean to use Goad there. Fortunately, that just happens on the Warden. Sometimes the Gambit Master gets skipped over. Apparently there are even more crawlers. But what I was thinking actually with 2 targets, I didn't even mean to put Range Resounding Challenge in Battle Memory, but I was thinking with 2 targets I could actually do an Erring Strike and Battle Memory and just put that on both crawlers. feel like that would be the best setup. That's a lot of bleeds on him. Actually did get all 5 bleeds. I did that with Precise Blow just for fun. Oh, it looks like we already pulled, I think the Guardian accidentally pulled them, but I can focus on the Troll for a minute and hopefully he does not drop the ceiling on us, basically. I really want to go and I can actually slow them. Really don't want to go in melee, but I also do want to. And yeah, Zeph, I totally agree with you that the Yellow Line Warden, I feel like it has the potential. For me, it's the RNG that can slightly bother me. Okay, we're getting these slugs here. Oh, it might only be that one slug. We also got the crawlers, and I didn't even get this other thing. But yeah, the RNG with Seize the Moment, and while I really like Seize the Moment when I get that and also combined with the Sweeping Bleeds. Okay, that is... I got a lot of crawlers. I should also hit those with Range Resounding Challenge. And this is a time to use the Morale tabs. Oh, the Guardian died. That is not good. And I did not hit the one in the cluster. And also, the kiting ability with the Yellow Line is very nice in a situation like that. You can just use Hampering Javelin and slow the enemies and outrun them. Even when you have a cat right in front of your keyboard that's preventing you from properly hitting some of your keybinds. I'm still in combat. Oh, there's a crawler back there. I'm really surprised because my cat is right in front of my keyboard and it is hard to hit some of my things. Yeah, I think, I don't remember what I already commented on your last message there, Zeph, but... See, I got my food buffs, but... Oh, what was I going on about? I was just about to say something and I don't even remember what. I really feel like I should pull these archers. Oh, there's the Guardian. We can pull them with him. But I think the one problem I have with the Update 29 nerf is I just got so used to the 100% proc chance and the morale tabs getting 100% chance that I just kind of had that baked in. I was relying on it a little bit too much, I think. It's going to be tough to get this challenge. We still have to get... Oh, no. Oopsies. I obviously did not mean to pull that crawler as well, but I will give him a bunch of leads. And it looks like we're getting another one anyway. I should probably switch back to the range stance, but I had the opportunity to do that bleed real quick. But yeah, when I actually don't trait with the nerf to Shattered Javelins, when I don't trait that, it is still okay, it's just a little bit less consistent. In my particular test that I did with yellow versus red, it wasn't really anything that could be considered statistically significant. But in my minor testing, I was able to consistently, the couple times I tested my DPS, I was able to get more damage with the yellow line. That is on the 3-minute target dummy, by the way. And I actually think without Shattered Javelins, that could be more optimal for single target anyway, even before update 29. Okay, do we... hope token, that's all I was getting. I have a couple Matham's Hunter armor boxes, but I don't think they will be useful. And Elia Delanus, this is the Sunken Labyrinth, which is one of the Osgiliath 3-mans. And we're running it on tier 2, and it is the Runekeeper's first time in here. So hopefully it'll be tough to get this boss down and get the slugs, but we will try to do that. I was going to try to get a range resounding challenge, but I wanted to get by the Runekeeper again. I think I've annoyed my cat enough that okay, let's go into melee, and I thought I had seized the moment. That must have not lasted long there. I'd like to get one more gambit while I have my momentum buff, but yeah, that will not happen. Go ahead and use my potion if it ever goes off. I think I got in the slow, which is not good. So I got stuck in the sludge. Hopefully, I can get all my bleeds up again. The slow is really going to mess me up with my gambit building, though. There we go. Now that I have seized the moment again, now I don't have it once again. Okay, we got him down. We still have 5 minutes on the challenge, so I think that should still be possible. So it sounds like if we only have 1 minute left, we can suicide run to the next gate and pull a bunch of wrong levers to actually spawn the extra slugs. I am getting lost here. They are fighting. I think I took the wrong turn. I thought we were in somewhere else in this room. Oh, are you out of combat? Okay, sounds like we are just stuck in combat and there's nothing else that we need. I really don't like being that close to the slugs. I need to ignore the crawlers, which means I need to single target only, which is pretty tough. Or at least drag it back far enough, actually, that works too. We'll wait for a res, I think. Or do I respawn right here? Okay. So it sounds like one strategy, if we really need the time, is to run to the room with all the levers and we can just pull the wrong ones and get a bunch of slugs. If we really need to. Oh, unfortunately I got stuck in combat again. Oh no. I thought... So that crawler, the Runekeeper was fighting him and I thought he was coming to us, but he actually reset, so this was not necessary. Well, I got a lot of my bleeds there triggered. Okay, so let those enemies come back and then hit them with the AoEs. We're doing this to avoid the crawlers. Okay, I'll go ahead and actually attack the archers from here. Yeah, we usually just ignore the orc. It has been a little while since I've run this, and kinda it comes back to me as we run it with all the different stuff in here. I think, yeah, the Defiler. The Defiler defiled us. Oh no! I just, I never used my subscribers jug. I had my subscriber town services. That's always frustrating when I actually remember to pick up my subscriber town services but forget to use the jug, so half my armor is broken. Half-ish. Right, all I can really hope for right now, is a seize the moment proc. which it does not look like I am getting. This is a mess. Is that all of them? Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I think we can get him. Okay, so we have those pulled, and they should all die by resounding challenge. Uh-oh. This is not good. I might have hit the crawlers. That was not good though. There were a few reasons that was not good, but that was not good. We probably should have done the gate strategy and just done that, but we have 4 seconds and need 3 more. I don't think that was possible. I got 28 out of 30. That wasn't too bad because once again, it has been a while since I've personally been here. But I know the Runekeeper once again is their first time here. I probably shouldn't even be running here. I have a rat attacking me and I accidentally pulled a crawler. I do need to repair because apparently when I got my subscriber town services, I forgot to use the jug and it has since disappeared. I don't even know what I'm running from. If I use Range Resounding Challenge, it's going to pull all these crawlers. I almost feel like I should just die. I was going to try to at least get one skill off, but that did not happen. Oh, I was going to try to leave, but I don't even have a weapon. Is that just damage? Okay, we're going to do the good old weapon swapping strategy. I could somehow use Range Resounding Challenge with a... Oh, that... Yeah, with a dagger. Okay, I think we're safe to retreat and get this one at least. Okay, let's get this. Item is broken. Yes, let's equip that. Cannot slot any more legendary items. Fortunately, my character, all the armor is totally broken. Wow, I'm down to 8,000 morale. Oh, you have one of those?
How may I help you, friend? Gondor needs your aid.
Oh, that's fine. I just have to... Oh, actually I have to travel a little bit. Yeah, if you have the anvil, I guess I could just go right back in. Wait, that lets you repair? Really? Oh wow, it does let you repair. I had totally forgot that. I think I knew that and just totally blinked out about it. Thank you, Zeph. for the tip that the town services can repair too. Oh, I just totally forgot that that could actually repair. I feel much better. I feel like my character can breathe again. As much as I usually don't like hooded cloaks, I actually kind of like this hooded cloak, the Nariel one, I think. My character looks like she's like level 20 or 30 something, just the armor looks that they have here. They randomly for Anor, not Anor, for Gondor, they randomly decide to make all the armor look like level 20 and 30 armor again. Oh, I still have my puny dagger equipped. There we go. Yeah, I thought we did a pretty great job. Considering, at least for me, it's been a while since I've been here. I was like slowly remembering the mechanics of this instance and with Bran's first time in here. Also, one thing with the group is the Runekeeper is redline. He doesn't seem to be doing too bad in the red line. I just know in general yellow line would probably be a little bit more optimal. Okay, good. Oh, he went out of my sight. Or were you pulling him back? Okay, gotcha. I just thought I messed up your pull there, actually. Alright, I will go ahead and retreat. I don't mind repairing, especially since I can do it on the go now that I remember the subscriber town services. The main annoying thing was that I was in the middle of like the combat loop, and I think I'm going the right way still. I have 3 different scrolls of empowerment types in my inventory. I have one that is bound to account, it looks like, and then I have an Amphila scroll that is not bound to account, so they take up 2 slots. Then I have a third one that's max tier, so that takes up another spot, and that's max tier 83. This is Imbued Legacy Replacement Scroll. Looks like the Runekeeper, I think they're on the Ashes and Stars that I did a couple streams ago on this Warden. I think I just totally hit that crawler who was not in combat with us. Now I am a slow Warden. Wonder what this character's stats are getting up to. I'd really like to get my wit virtue up just because of this character's current gear, but I don't think I've replaced much of my gear. A lot of the things I've looked at with gear, there was something, oh, my legendary item relics I did slot. For my allies, I haven't actually had my relics slotted because I've just not really been bothered enough to do that. They provide very valuable stats, so they're very good, but that's actually something that has helped my character. Sounds like we're bringing them all the way back here. Really like it when things group up nicely, and it just took a minute there. Interrupt the Defiler. That is one big thing. I have not been interrupting the Defiler. That is something I know I could have been doing. So Zeph, one time you pulled 8 crawlers at the same time. That sounds like it probably brought you to a crawl. Said you were definitely not going anywhere for a while. I somehow missed that Gamut Mastery. I hate when that happens. I did not know you could do that. Apparently you can skip that troll in that group. So this boss, with all the tough fights we have had, this boss might put up a little bit of a challenge for us as well. The first boss was overall pretty easy. The crawlers in general are like the toughest part of this instance, I think. Actually, I'm not ready. Okay, now I'm ready. I'll even use the fire oil. I should probably switch into the blue line and then use conviction and then switch right back into the... Well, actually I was going to say I should switch to the blue line and then switch right back into the yellow line, but I kind of blinked out on the cooldown they have between switching specs. And my inventory is giving you an anxiety arrow. This is actually a fairly clean inventory for this character. My inventories, unfortunately, they are just messy, and I don't like it either. Looks like I started right off the bat with a seize the moment, so let's try to make use of that. And I'm not even using my javelin debuffs, but probably would have been more useful to do that. I remember the days when that AoE would one-shot me. I kind of forgot about it just because it's been so long since I've run this. Yeah, I forgot about that melee AoE used to one-shot me. Oh no, I'm stunned. Can I get out? I was able to get out. Wow. This is where the messiness... I'm back on the boss. Should probably... Well, actually the ads are dying by the AoEs. Okay, I'm going to stay away from the boss, use a potion. Go ranged. At least this time I am not stunned in a circle for where the ceiling is falling. I think I was kind of looking at him, but only half looking at him, and I have seized the moment with the visual bug. I don't know if he does any voice line before he does his melee AoE. I've actually not really ever paid attention enough. And I don't think he does, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's... yeah, accidentally stood right at that. Yeah, Zeph, with the proccing the seize the moment, that's actually an interesting thing because that is something I have noticed. It says critical hits with javelin gambits have a 50% chance to reset the gambit masteries. But, as you said, you can actually do that for melee by using javelin skills, so it's kind of crazy. Any masteries put on cooldown during the melee stances will keep their cooldown, but swapping back, yeah, changes the mastery skills, so that causes that to apply again. I actually did not know that's where the little visual thing came from. Which actually makes sense, I think, for why that happens. Maybe the Guardian will be able to get him down. It'll probably be a slow fight if so. I think once again with our group, we have a relatively low DPS tank, just because they're a Guardian tank, which a tank shouldn't really be up for like top DPS, of course. And then the Runekeeper is probably relatively low damage. Based on my experience with my Runekeeper, at least, it's like significantly lower than the Warden. So this fight, while when I have run it, for example, with the same Guardian tank and a Hunter, usually we can actually get through this fight pretty quick before he does too much of his annoying stuff. We were not quite able to do that. There are probably things I definitely could have done better that I will try. One, not standing where the thing's going to explode and kill me. That would be a good start, so I can actually last longer. Oh, we never looted that chest. My inventory is this clean now that I sold. I always feel like I'm going the wrong way for some reason after that little reset. I will also have to change the title of this stream because we are, at least right now, we're not running Zeri Surma. Oh, I'm being a noob. I totally turned the corner and just forgot about that. I was just running back to the boss room. Okay, as long as I don't hit any crawlers, then should be fairly safe. Bring him back to you again. And if I switch to my single targets, then I should not pull any crawlers. It looks like he's going to die anyway, even though I got slowed. I honestly have no idea how I pulled these two crawlers. Maybe I stood by them too long. Trying to run away from the third. I am so slow right now. I was going to say it's probably best for me to just try to run away, but I don't even think I can get to that. There we go. We got through we didn't quite get the challenge, but we got through the first 30 minutes of this. Up to basically this point. Yeah, this time I just I turned the corner, just going to the boss room. I totally forgot about that. And then they were there. I really don't know. I just kind of stand. I honestly don't pay attention to where I stand.
What gives you the right to enter the keep of the Underhost?
Yeah, that would probably be a good area to generally avoid the AoE as well. Go ahead and eat my consumables because I forgot that. The main consumable, of course, the regeneration one and the resistance ones, those are helpful, but the main one that really feels impactful is the one I actually did not get eaten, but it's the Anorian Feast. That is a lot of stats, but it's mainly a lot of vitality. That's about 2,000 morals worth of vitality. Except that last time he ran to the middle of their room. Okay, the nice thing about actually playing the L line is I get to potentially get Barbed Javelin and Bleeds while actually using my healing game. It's out of seize the moment. Okay, this does not bode well for me, but we will see. Okay, I think I avoided the fire. I just have to run away from him and avoid the fire. Oh, he stunned me. Did you say there we go? Oh, I tried. I don't know how far I got him, but I actually did try there. I did. That's actually something I noticed, Seth, is I used Hampering Javelin and he was actually slowed by that. I think I did not. I was focused a little bit too much on my heals. I probably could have slowed him again. Oh no. Probably go ahead and repair. It's kind of interesting. I'm not used to bosses being slowable. So it's always interesting to me when they are actually slowable, because especially as a line Warden, it is a fun thing to help me in soloing them in situations like that. So it sounds like the Runekeeper is getting a subscriber town services. So that will actually give me a moment to maybe, don't know what that was, probably cats. But that'll give me a moment to maybe work on my LIs. Okay. I stood by this crawler too long. I think I have enough dots on him that he'll die, but I can keep trying. It's going to be slow. It really messes me up with getting my masteries while I'm this slowed by a crawler. Yeah, this one in particular, I feel like I should not like, but I do. I enjoy it. The Guardian was talking about he enjoys these Osgiliath 3-mans. And I am kind of surprised I do enjoy this one because of the environment. It's something I think because of the environment being like slugs, crawlers, sewers, something I think partially because of that, that's why I didn't really take to too much liking it way back in the day. Okay, so legendary items. I need relic combination. Yeah, especially with our, let's see, trying to find the right word. Our group, basically. Yeah, that is, I think, a good description. So when we run group content with my kin, for people that don't know, we have usually a lot of unoptimized setups. So, like in this instance, for example, having a Fire Runekeeper, as fun as I would find Fire Runekeeper, I think, to play, I wonder, it's probably good to go ahead and use a 900, 10,000 on one of these leveled ones. Might seem like a little bit of a waste, but I think that would be most optimal. So often with group content, it actually makes it more fun to me. It makes it more challenging. It makes it more accomplishing. I feel like when we actually get through something that still, even with the 900, 10,000, didn't level that up even though I was at 26. But the reason I am reforging, deconstructing, and all that sort of stuff for these is to get relics. I need to get a few tier 9 relics to be able to meld the last few relics I need for my first stage legendary items, the runes. Specifically, I need to get 2 runes. I need to get one for the spear and one for the javelin, and I believe it is like True Rune of the White Mountains or something. So Red Fire Runekeeper actually does deal more damage if they can stand still. That is something I have not been able to do all that much. I just know from my experience playing my yellow line, my Runekeeper, the yellow line, the crowd control actually, especially in an instance like this, is pretty useful. And I also didn't mean specifically Fire Runekeeper, but also the class relative to other things I've played. It actually looks like he has pretty decent gear, and he has his allies imbued, so that probably helps with him. Looks like that's very... Oh. Sneak attack. This boss, this guy, he actually... looks like he... I think he like started in the middle of the fight where he was, maybe? I wonder if my bleeds are actually damaging him. His morale's not going down. Imagine if all bosses were like that. When you just entered the room, they ambushed you like that. Oh, that made me miss brink of victory. When I do my push to talk button, which is Z, it's very hard to do my keybinds at the same time. I feel like I'm messing basically everything up, but as long as I have a couple bleeds on him, then I am doing some stuff. Okay, let's do Never Surrender. Okay, I do have Seize the Moment. Unfortunately, we still have the visual bug with that, and I'm accidentally targeting that. Okay, I will just use these and go with that. For some reason, I just feel like I'm having a little bit of slowness right now, unfortunately. I feel like just this fight in general, I am not doing all that well right now, but can get a couple bleeds in here, I think that will be helpful. Wow. That was like a very big contrast compared to our previous attempts at that. And I also noticed I should probably turn my light on. I have to actually travel a little bit to do that. Blade of Harad. Polished Starlet. Ooh. Do you need the ring, Jimmy? Oh. Well, I just ended up passing on everything. That took so long. I picked a bad time to go turn on my lamp. But as a reminder for people, maybe with the just having to turn my light on, with my positioning within the face cam and also the face cam positioning, there are two options I kind of have now. One is a little bit more square, takes up less room, and there's basically less blank space of just the map behind me. But yeah, kind of testing those out. I totally missed the loot there. I don't know what all was in the chest. This was the ring. The only consideration for that is both the finesse and the huge amount of vitality. If I ever were to tank on this character, the parry rating isn't too exciting. Both of my rings have physical mastery and critical rating, so it'd be pretty tough to replace the ones I have. But if I actually want a defensive boost or was tanking, then that would be nice. So it sounds like swapping stances will always remove the cooldowns of Seize the Moment didn't remove them. Also, I think you can just use these skills even though it shows a cooldown. You can actually still use them from my little bit of experience with that. Looks like quite a few people are on now. Would we try Siri Surma next? So we might actually run Siri Surma. I know that is what is in the title of the stream, but as usual with streams, especially group content streams with my kin, they don't always go as what may be initially planned, so we just didn't have enough people on at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock server time to run that. Let's see, I need to do the book quest just while we're doing things. I'm going to go ahead and focus on the book quest, which is Warg Riders. That is probably the least exciting quest, but it is something I can get done very easily, especially if I just need to defeat 4 of them. That just means I should need to cast Range Resounding Challenge 4 times, and that should honestly be my goal for this quest if I can actually do it with using 4 abilities. That would be ideal. I don't even know where this book quest turns in it. Okay, sounds like the Runekeeper, I think it's getting late for them, so they might drop, but we might pick up a captain at least to join our group. So we were 3 out of 6, then we're going to move up to 3 out of 6.
You've done well, my friend. Before I can
Let's see, we got a bunch of quests here. Find somebody else, and defeat foes. 2 people, one there, and defeat foes along the way. And hello, Irina Bredis, maybe? I have no idea what the name, unfortunately. I wonder if this would even count as a foe. It is a foe in Talath Anor. It does count for that quest. But I will see if there are any a little bit more convenient location. Sunken Labs, we are not doing that. So I wonder if we will. We have 1 person so far joining us for Siri Surma. Again, the Runekeeper is dropping out, so we'll focus on the book quests. Talath Anor and Pelennor Fields. This is, no, not Pelennor Fields, Far Norian. These are the places I have been probably the least of all of Gondor. And Zeph, I am a little bit familiar with all the different powers. It's something that usually when we run it, it's just kind of irrelevant. So unfortunately, a lot of mechanics like that in LOTRO kind of end up getting ignored. Kind of like Garthik Arwen, the original Naruhel the Red Maid. Usually, if you run that, for example, level, all the stuff is skippable or ignorable. That's a lot of bleeds. I really like when the online Warden works and everything comes together, the RNG is in your favor, basically. I don't think there is basically anything that can compete with it. Don't think I need the War Grider specifically. I'm interested in this camp. That's a lot of enemies. I think I might be more used to the after battle version of this, actually. That's why this looks a little bit weird to me. So it sounds like for the series armor for the last boss, it's useful to know when you need to focus on positioning or just killing the ghost fast though. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It could actually come into play with tier 2. That's what I was just thinking. That'd be a good beer warning title. See, I really don't, just to avoid amount of enemies, but I really can just use Ranger Sounding Challenge on them, and that's like all I have to do. And for the quest, I need to defeat 3 more foes. It should be 1 more foe after these 2 die. So it sounds like we're stuck with 3 people again. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing Ruined City just to get a little bit of variation to do a different 3-man. Sounds perfect for jumping in tier 2. Okay, so it sounds like we're having a little bit of a break, then we're going to do the Ruined City tier 2. Oh, with the Guardian, he'll put up a 90% Reflect. Yeah, that sounds notable to me because Reflects, as the first boss does, I am a little bit too familiar with. Reflects are bad. And with Warden or Hunter, he could wipe due to single target damage. It has been a long time since we've run that. I would be interested. Unfortunately, it seems like we might not get to it tonight, but I would be really interested in seeing that, to actually pay attention to those effects, because it's always talked about, because the people in the kin, some people, the group leader, like ran that stuff and actually knew the stuff and all the stealing power, so he'd talk about it, but it's something that just never actually really came into play that we'd bother about. Oh, is this Ingold? Or is that just a random guard running? Okay. I think I just need to go back to the North Gate. The book quest here, I don't know if I'm done with the Talath Anor book quest, but that is going by pretty quickly. And for people wondering, the Talath Anor, I am also working on that. I'm technically working on the Talath Anor quest deed, but that's West Gondor, that's why I can't find anything. For the quest in Talath Anor, you can actually do the repeatable quest, and I think that, no, that's Pelennor. I actually got myself totally mixed up. Pelennor, there's a bunch of repeatable quests that I can do for that. But Talath Anor, that is where I need to quest. I actually totally forgot about that.
Barathont has not yet returned.
Wait for Barathant. Well, while waiting at the North Gate, I might as well deal with some of these Morgul thingies. There's a Runekeeper? No, a Beorning. I don't know why that looked like a Runekeeper at first. I wonder if that fight... So Seri Surma was released before the Beorning was released, and there are a lot of instances, I think Angmar or Karndum is a notable one, where enemies would do something like that based on the class of somebody in your group. They would steal powers or something like that. Retreat to Minas Tirith. Okay, apparently I need to talk to somebody here, but they are phased, which is not good because I have assisting the builders and actually need to talk to that NPC to do anything with that. But I obviously cannot do that right now. Here's Ingold. I think I'm phased because of the book is the problem. I'll go ahead and muster in Minas Tirith. Don't want to return home, I want to muster. So they did actually put one in for the Beornings and Seri Surma. Yeah, I think I remember, I just thought of that because that is something in, not that you have to pay attention to the difficulty and the actual mechanics with it in Karndum, but that is something in Karndum they don't have an effect for Runekeeper, Warden, and Beorning, at least as far as I know.
What can you tell me?
Emberhill, all these famous people that we got to see in Midsummer that I just haven't done much with in Gondor, so I didn't even really recognize them all too much. Alright, I'll go ahead and get Leggings of the Anorian Sun. I'm mainly interested in that just for the cosmetics. So I have to talk to a bunch of people and complete a bunch of things, okay. And here I was, thinking I was done with Minas Tirith, and the book quest looks to not want me to be done with Minas Tirith, basically. I almost feel like I should do the book quest just to help me get done with Minas Tirith, but bonus, I thought that said something missing. It is missions, rather. Bonus character boost.
Through ruined Osgiliath.
Oh, so it stacked the bear one, I guess, with the Mithril for the AoE peer. Champion AoE damage, Hunter Warden single target damage, Captain Extra Ghost. No idea what Burglar does. I have no idea what Burglar does, either. They're just, like, invisible. And suddenly they do stuff. So I haven't had relics on my LIs since I got my imbued ones. And I forgot how useful they were, how much stats they actually give. 'Cause yeah, I was just like super lazy about actually getting it done, and yeah, it's just, so to actually look at it, I get like 646 physical mastery and the 7.5% devastate magnitude. So there's all that stuff. And that's for the setting. The rune, I think, just gives a lot of critical rating, which is actually something I was a little bit low on. And then the rune, with the attack duration, that should be nice when I actually get that one melded. Well, I think a lot of relics at higher level will come from bartering, if I remember correctly. So that, you shouldn't have to deal with melding quite as much, at least that I remember. That must be locked. That is why I cannot find it. I actually still use Eastamnet for mine. Technically, Westamnet might be better for the setting, at least. I'm not sure the rune. But it is a lot harder to actually do with tier 10 relics. It's very minor better, if it even is. So 105 has nothing new. That's a little bit... I kind of remember that, actually. But past that, it's all bartering. That is good. And for 130, they did bring back Guild for Crafted Relics. I do remember that for 130. I actually like the crafted relics being not a tied for guild, or at least where you can trade them, because I don't think crafting should be required for that. But I don't mind that they're crafted. I have heard, as a little bit of a random thing, maybe BPE tanking is still actually good through 105. It's more so after that, maybe, that it drops off in usefulness. If I remember correctly with this as well, it's more so that bosses will... their attacks aren't... You can't actually block, parry, evade them. I think the captain is running blue line. Fortunately, we don't have much time on this. So the person in the kin, the guardian here, was talking about block, parry, evade, and I think something a little bit back in the day with that, and just how partial the partials worked. And just so y'all know, the captain in our group, they don't really run too much group content, or have not in the past. When they joined this kin, I think that's their first time really running group content. So that's another thing with my kin when we do group content. I don't at all mean to criticize players in my kin when I talk about them being like this. I just do that to give you all context on why things can be a little bit maybe slow seeming or difficult. That really with my kin, a lot of people I think have actually transitioned from solo players to doing group content. And even if they did group content before, maybe it wasn't a big focus. A lot of people also returning and just haven't played for a while, so not really familiar with like the trait trees, the exact meta as far as what you want for group composition, things like that. Yeah, we don't have any 30-minute timer in this one where we could get 2 extra slugs from Redline. Fortunately, the archers, I can still hit the archers, I just have to use Ranger's Hounding Challenge again, but the enemies weren't all grouped up there. So BP, it sounds like at level 115. The thing with that is I just don't remember exactly when that happened, so that's actually good stuff that you're here to re-inform me of when BPE kind of goes away as a good tanking thing. So it is that raid bosses, they ignore the BPE. And that is how I thought it worked, I just didn't know when that happened. I actually did think it was maybe level 100 with the Osgiliath instances, but that does not seem to be the case. And then it's all mitigations, yeah, and minus incoming damage at that point, which we all know the Wardens are kings of not being like that. Hello, Dr. Arn. Oh no, you broke your finger. That is not good, and it's hard to play. That is extra not good. And hopefully, I do hope this will be enough to cure your LOTRO addiction. Can at least try to help with that. This fight is very fun. This is one of my favorite fights. I'll go ahead and put no. Actually, I do have Never Surrender up. Okay, so I'll give a minute for things to calm down and actually get my weapon back. But this fight is fun. Let's get in the banner. This fight is fun because of all of the AoE, and I got none of my bleeds. Wow. I used all my javelin skills, all my javelin gambits, all my ranged gambits. There we go. And none of them actually applied bleeds. I did get Ranger's Hounding Challenge up. I also noticed the first time that did not happen. If I remember correctly, Noble Mark is a yellow line skill. Maybe not. Yeah. And on top of that, you have like virtues and the traits and all that sort of stuff. Fortunately, the captain went down. I probably could focus on the ads a little bit more, but I like to just let all my AoEs hit them. Could also probably slow them. I think I actually did discover one time that this boss is slowable. I don't have Never Surrender up, so I should use that. Not anymore. It's got a lot of bleeds on him. Except they're all ticking away. He had a lot of bleeds on him. Not anymore though. Alright, so the Guardian here just needs to hit them very hard with his shield. There we go, he had 3,676 health. Okay, going to go ahead and retreat. Hopefully I don't break anything by doing that. If you res now, you'll be right here. Oh, I actually am. Good thing we have to kill the ads. I'm going to have to try to time up like every single date I have in my deed log. Do like everything but one kill. And then when that virtue weekend comes, I'll like max out all my virtues if I can set it up right. I just hope I can actually play that weekend because I think I mentioned this. I originally thought it was April 10th that weekend for some reason, but it was like 2 weekends later. Yeah. Which, speaking of that, actually, since it's Easter this Sunday, at my school here we have Friday and Monday off, which I used to never get off, so that's nice. So yeah, people on YouTube, I was talking to my kin there. That's the problem, you probably can't tell when I'm talking to my kin. Maybe you can by context, but yeah, at my school here, we have Friday and Monday off. I will probably still do some work just because just with the flexibility of work and the schedule, actually sometimes like to spend an hour or two on the weekend days just to get some extra stuff done, and that allows me to sometimes spend a little bit less time actually working during weekdays, which with just schedule flexibility going on right now with working from home, it's pretty nice to me. So, actually with that, I might actually have more content due to that this weekend. So Zeph, for you, most of your memories of that boss fight are running past him? Oh, yeah, I think you can run past him. But usually we don't do that. I will say in Dome of Stars, that one doing tier 2, we usually run past everything. I just find it a fun boss fight because of all the AoE, of course. I really do wonder, the blue line captain is useful, but I actually wonder something like that if a red line captain just for like the DPS boost would be more helpful or not. A lot of these instances we can actually run without a healer, but having some sort of off heals would be nice, so maybe the red line captain could provide enough of that, or maybe not. Wonder, do I have 2 arms. I think the captain, if I had to guess, it would actually be best for them to put Song Brother on me. And I get why a captain would, somebody not really experienced with like the different specs and all that and how all the mechanics with them work. Again, this captain, new to doing group content in general, past couple of years. But putting Song Brother on a DPS I think is actually better because as far as I know, the huge buffs to Mastery would be better than what the tank would get, and the cooldowns for the captain will buff damage and that type of stuff where it's very helpful. And Oscar, you're wondering how long I can imagine myself playing this game for. I can imagine myself playing this game I would say for many years to come, but I cannot imagine myself being old in the first place, so I can't really imagine myself at a certain age stopping playing this game just because of that. But one thing with LOTRO is I think I could get a little bit bored of it and need to take breaks, but I don't know if it's ever a game I would totally drop unless they just like totally screw it up and mess it up. Also the banner, I noticed this captain places the banner even though it's a healing banner, like at the start of a fight when the healing's not needed. I really am not meaning to criticize this captain, this is something I actually do often, as you all probably notice with group content, I just like comment on what's going on. And that is something that could maybe go a little bit better. Probably not even using like an optimal rotation here or anything. Yeah, Song Brother, yeah, a lot of them do. Oh, they involve incoming and outgoing healing, so maybe it is. Maybe it is good to use on a tank for the blue line. At least when healing is needed, I would say. When healing's not needed, I think it could be more useful on a DPS. I'd have to log on to my captain again and see what the cooldowns specifically do. I think they also reduce like incoming damage, which of course could be good for a tank. But yeah, if I remember correctly, there might even be something like a minus 75% incoming damage. Trying to think of anything that slows you like that. I honestly don't know anything. I don't think these guys got slowed. I used my hampering javelin, but maybe it just didn't hit like this captain, for example. It's really hard for me to kite with my keybinds. Unfortunately with the Warden, I have my keybind set up where I can actually do those with my fingers, which is a good thing, but it is very hard for me to kite and use my keybinds at the same time, and especially if I try to push to talk and do all that. I should honestly probably click my skills when I kite. I missed that, what did you say? Now we did. Well, only one of them joined me somehow. They must have died on the way chasing me then. Apparently I ran off with a lot of people, the Guardian said. I only had one that I actually had a fight back there, so maybe all the others, I'm guessing, did catch more of my bleeds and stuff. Shouldn't die. So this whole room is a little bit weird to me. I actually tanked this once. I don't remember why or how that happened, but I tanked this once. And it's just a weird thing here. I think the ads, you actually have to group them up, but then you want them to target the boss. But I think the big thing is stand behind the boss. I need to reforge some allies. Try to do that real quick. So yeah, it's really weird the time I tanked it. I feel like it's just a weird room fight in general. I don't remember killing the ads here. Oh, so you can actually go and stealth activate the boss and pull him from a distance, and then let the troll aggro everything first. Yeah, I've noticed she hasn't been here that frequently. Oh yeah. And I haven't played on Arkenstone. I know I was more when like War of Three Peaks came out. I was catching up with Minas Morgul, but I have not been on there. I think I went on like once or twice this year, maybe. Yeah. And it's no fun without the Mithril League. So it's probably late for this, but I could have actually gone in stealth and pulled the troll apparently, and had him pull all the ads himself. But this is fun. That guy's got a corruption. I wonder if I should remove it. Plus 100% melee damage. Let's move that. I'll be nice to the tank. Something drained my power. I really don't know what this fight, but I'm going to hit the boss. I just know stay behind the boss, stay away from the boss, and do stuff. I think I can slow him though. Yeah, it does sound like the Guardian who knows more what's going on. Fortunately, I couldn't really move there. Can I run back, or does the captain have a res up? I might be able to run back. I know all the ads respawn. No, it's actually gated. I won't be able to run back even if I tried, so I'll just stay. Thought there was something I was in the middle of saying and probably got distracted by it. Honestly, if I was in the middle of a sentence like moments ago, I totally forgot what I was going on about. Now, what I can do is once, yep. I think I saw it was gated, but we can at least work on those ads that respawn. Maybe. What am I? I got distracted once again. Okay, Forge and Reforge, don't need to do that. I'd really like to get my relics down today. I'm pretty close. I need 4 tier 9 relics. Actually, have 4 tier 9 relics, but I need 8 total for both LIs. So let me actually see. Open relic combination. I mainly need to forge. I need to get up to tier 9 relics. I have enough shards, I believe. Let me see if I have anything here to forge. Make sure I'm not running into enemies yet. Oh, there's ghosts. Okay, can deal with that. Oh, I can actually do this in combat. There's a lot of things you can't do in combat. There we go. Okay, I got 1 tier 9 relic. I don't know if that's enough. What I want to craft is let me check my morale. Okay, actually I'm dying a little bit. Yeah, I think I was a little bit in trouble with the as-is. Well, I got a little bit stuck there. I'll focus more on the boss, I guess. I was just AoEing things, but still running away and not paying attention to him doing his thing. As fun as this would be to try to solo, I will wait for my group to get here to not cause issues. Okay, so with the relics, easier to do that when not in combat and not running, as fun as it is to multitask. So with the relics, I need to meld East of Net, True Rune of the White Mountains. I want to make 2 of those, but I think I can only make 1 of those at the moment. I need 1 more tier 9 relic, and then I can be done with my relics for the most part on this character. I would like to get some gems. I'm actually completely out of gems. I have some kind of not so good ones put in there. I have 2 random tier 1 ones. This is the exact type of fight that I liked a lot more pre-update 29, just with having the guaranteed bleed from the morale taps, but the single target, as we have covered, I think is actually still pretty decent. But the AoE damage overall with the Warden, still not too much to complain about. It's just I preferred the old with that. That's why I feel the need to complain about it. But it should be pretty clear that it's not bad now as far as the Warden AoE goes. Just a little bit less consistent with all those morale taps applying a bleed. And for people that don't know, the actual bleed that applies, for example, with Exaltation of Battle, if I actually go into the ranged stance, that is where that is. The ranged Exaltation of Battle, the 50% chance to apply the 11,664 damage bleed, that would be 100% basically back then. Okay, they are talking, so I will let that go and work on my allies as we maybe wait for that. 11, 11, so one of these is level 28. Actually I have an 837.5. Oh, let me go to relic combination. Well, don't think I'll have time. Yeah, we can see how that goes. I have no idea how that actually works, but I will try it. I wonder, I might actually run out of time. Oh, he saw me anyway. I ran right in front of him. Oh, we completed something. I did complete one of the advanced Slayer deeds, I think. It's nice to complete deeds, but it really would be nice if I could somehow save a bunch of them. I'm going to not actually hit the ads, I'm going to stay far away. Okay. Oh, the Guardian. I thought the Guardian already pulled him. Okay, so I think we're good to go now. I actually want to be in melee range, I believe, for this fight. Just stay behind the troll. Oh, I accidentally got Warcry, and that took a lot of time. Wow. That was unfortunate with the Warcry. That just, the animation on that is super slow. There was his AoE, by the way. The captain unfortunately got like right in front of it, but it's okay. And I am all lagged out right now. Ooh, I do have Seize the Moment. That is good. Oh. He just smushed me with his foot. Actually, from here, I don't see a gate, but when I was closer, it looked like there was a gate. Of course, all the orcs respawn, so we'll have to deal with them. Uh-oh. I am in combat, so hopefully that doesn't reset. Oh, it looks like the Guardian also died. It actually could be a good thing that I'm in combat if he's still fighting the little orcs. So with the stealth, I need to get a bit closer. Oh, a bit closer, okay. Around the front wheel, yeah. And without the movement speed, I think there is a run speed legacy. You actually mentioned that a couple comments ago, just I think that would help. Alright, I don't think I can do the subscriber town services while in combat. I'll just focus on running right now. I'm running out of hope tokens. I need to get people... I feel like I should get people in the kin to make me some of those, since I'm always giving my crafting stuff away to people. get like scrolls and hope tokens in return would be nice. Also potions, I'm running a little bit low on those, the morale potions that is. See, we dealt with one of these spirits last time, but I also was not paying attention at all basically last time. Should go smoother, especially with all those dots. Also, I'm missing my spear, shield, and javelin maybe? Or maybe my spear is on my back. I have one of my weapons on my back, but I'm missing my shield and it's not displaying. That's actually pretty neat. I'll have to try to fit that into a screenshot. Oops, I accidentally got turned around. I don't know what I did with my mouse to like turn so quickly. Oh, can't do that in combat. I can't do that in combat. And I have a question. Am I missing my shield for you all? And my spear? I have a javelin in my hand. But I am missing both my spear and shield. And it's really weird. And I'm holding the hand as held like I have a shield, but it's just not displaying. I have them checked in the cosmetics. It's actually pretty neat. Okay, he is in combat with me as well. Oh, he just stunned me. I kept trying. He almost one-shot me. That was close. Okay, I will stay here then. He only has 300,000 morale. Okay, I will go a little bit away from the gate just in case you would like somehow get in combat for being near us with the captain maybe. But yeah, if you actually get through this, that would be nice. Okay, so we're just sitting here waiting for the Guardian. I am in combat, so I can't really do much to work on those last couple relics that I wanted to work on. Yeah, that Enraged Bash. I don't know if that's the one where he does his little inducting thing. But that almost took out all of my morale. It's a really good thing this Warden. Since I got level 100, I've just gotten a lot more morale from, I think, various gear pieces maybe, but I really don't even know specifically where I've gotten so much morale. Of course, this cloak helps. That has a bunch of vitality combined on it. Some of the gear I have replaced. I had skirmish gear because I had the level 85 gear, whatever set that was. I can't remember. Height Bold. That is the armor I had. I had the Height Bold armor. So that got unequipped and I had to get skirmish gear when I started West Gondor. So I have replaced some of that slowly and I think it's helped my vitality a lot. But yeah, this character's gear still overall is not quite ideal. Ideally I would have, well, the most ideal would be gold epic battle jewelry on every single slot there, I think. Wow. Oh. Actually saw that happen. Okay, so should we all leave? It's going slow with these Osgiliath instances, but they've been pretty fun today for me. Yep. Hopefully when we all leave, that'll actually properly reset the fight. while we're here, or I guess once I go in I will have, I'll still be out of combat when I go back in. I am still missing my spear and shield. That is so weird. I don't have my weapon right now, but I'm still missing. Oh, we might have to restart from the beginning, Zeph? That would suck. Just want to check real quick, did everybody leave? Okay, it sounds like there is a chance that he won't fully reset and we just have to restart the instance. All this running, I've almost actually been able to get my relics situated. The last couple I need. Okay, let me actually make sure I use something useful like the 800,000 one. We'll do this javelin up here. Oh, I can't do that while moving. Okay, we'll just move. That is better than running back and forth to places I don't need to go. Oh, I was wondering why you were sitting here. I just made a bad mistake of being in the melee stance. Yeah, I guess I have not actually ever skipped the first boss. If we do happen to do that, we'll have to try that out. The orcs have not reset, I don't think. That's real. Oh, I'm in combat. Oh, it's a spirit. Okay. That was a roller coaster. Great. I'm going to watch the Guardian, see if he gets in combat. Good. Okay, so we got it reset. That is good. But yeah, those spirits, they were I was in combat, so I was, oh no, and then it was the spirit, and I was like, yay, and then we actually got through it. So the orcs respawn slower than the spirits. That's actually surprising to me because I am used to, every time I've done this, the orcs just like respawn almost right away. That's why I was very surprised they were not already there again. Actually, I need to go blue on the fellowship maneuver. Actually needed the power from the fellowship maneuver, so that was useful. Okay, the first respawn was a lot faster than subsequent ones. Maybe that's what I'm used to dealing with. I think I'm just too used to dying in this fight, and usually the fight is successful otherwise, so maybe I always deal with the first one. I wonder why that is. Okay, so we're doing this. Gotta stay behind him. Go right back behind him again. Oh, I am totally out of power and out of power potions. Ouch. Well, this fight, we're getting knocked over all over the place. Okay, so I need to get range resounding challenge going. That is my next step. And then never surrender. Wow, I'm actually getting a useful heal. Unfortunately, the ads are just like totally killing me, but the morale taps are actually providing some useful heals. I think the ads are getting me down. I don't know what our trouble is. I've never had this much trouble on this boss, so I honestly don't really know what's going on. Usually the ads, they're kind of killing me right now, it seems like. Maybe the captain being down has that much of an effect. But yeah, I really don't remember overall having too much trouble with this fight. I think... Oh, I'm actually out of combat. I still don't have my shield and spear displaying, which is really weird. Okay, I disabled and re-enabled it, and the outfit and that actually worked. Except for the spear, that's still missing for some reason. Having those would help in a fight like this though, I feel like. Is the Ardith, are you in combat? I am not. I am with the spirit now though. Okay, so it's the archers that power drain. If you know actually when that's about to happen, yeah, that would probably be helpful. Also, oh, useful induction bar display. Actually, with the induction bar display, I thought I had that enabled. I think you have to have floating names on, and I usually don't play with the floating names. Let me see if I actually do have induction bar enabled. I actually don't have that. I mean to have that enabled. I thought I did have it enabled, but I think you do have to have floating names for that, so that is something that usually doesn't display for me, but I thought it was just because I don't have floating names, but I'll actually pay attention. It sounds like both for the stun and the what was it, power drain. Yeah, I have actually seen the induction bar before. It's something I actually forget about a lot. And I usually just assume it's because of floating names. It might not even, it could actually show without floating names, I forget. It's just, again, something that I do forget to actually turn on. I believe if I save my UI layout, maybe that'll help. Okay, I am out of combat, so I will stealth there, maybe? That would somehow help. Or were you in combat, Jimmy? Okay, there's no enemies here right now, so maybe that was a problem. Oh, and that reset it. That's actually okay, I guess. So I found out a way, is maybe if the enemies aren't right there, and I don't know if actually going in stealth helped or not, but the enemies aren't there. Maybe that helps. See, I want to see one of these inductions, see if it actually matters what the floating names when they're off. It's the archers, apparently. And I am totally using good on accident. Still not seeing any induction bar. So the archers use melee skills after their power drain as well. So, okay, if one goes back to range, that's how you know they're going to use a power drain. That's actually a useful hint. Also looks like you can know the archers are doing their power drain if they go from melee to range. Because they go melee after draining power, it sounds like. I wonder what that corruption did. I wasn't really using good gambits against him, but I do wonder what that corruption did. Let's just go back to range. This guy has a lot of health. Okay, each javelin gambits. Then we need to... Okay, he did a stun. Need to stay by the boss and focus on the boss. Hopefully this time the ads will not kill us. I know I'm actually about to do a big AoE on the ads. I just don't really want to aggro them. Hello the Yolt man, it is 4 AM. You know, it used to always be 3 AM for everybody, but 4 AM, oh I'm out of power. I do actually have these little power potions, it'd be useful to get them out of my inventory. It's not the biggest help, but it's actually enough for me to be able to use Dark Before Dawn, which I should probably put that in battle memory. Actually put that in battle memory. I just said I probably should, but I put that in battle memory on accident actually. Unintentionally. Okay, I'm going to use a ton of... Oh, I just turned back and hit me. I am out of power again, but that is okay because I can build Dark Before Dawn. Get some heals going. Oh, there's an archer. That one's still in combat. I was about to pull that other archer on accident. He didn't want to fight. I do... Oh, Ardith, he retreated. And I was getting ready to use my Warden res for the first time today. And they have respawned. Wow, that was a very nice taunt from my viewpoint. Oh. I don't know how the Guardian died. That was kind of random seeming. I was in the middle of complimenting his taunt, and he just died. I think you just wanted me to actually get a use of this. I don't remember if we looted the chest or not. So EU went to daylight savings last weekend. But anyway, with the 4 AM, the old man actually did not read the rest of your comment. And yeah, at 4 AM, I don't know what's better than joining my stream. Probably sleeping, if it were for me personally, but I am glad that people at that time still decide to watch my streams. For me, when I stay up till like 11, kind of like I did one of the recent streams, that is pretty late for me for a stream. Or to just like stay up in general. I think that night I actually ended up staying up till like 1 AM. and it was more like 11:30 I think when I finished the stream, to get more exact. But I cannot sleep right after playing a game, and much less right after streaming. I just cannot sleep, so it always takes a little bit to cool down and be able to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, it was... Yeah, it seems to be, like, in between 6-mans and 3-mans a lot sometimes, too. Oh, somebody is really loud on Discord. You all might even be able to hear him. And then turn his volume down. Yep. Nope. We're in combat and I also have no idea what with. Oh well, little spirit. Here we go. I will just go bleeds, just for fun. Put 3 bleeds on them, let them do their thing. Wow, that low bleed is weak. I knew it was weak, but I did not know it was that weak. I should probably put up combat analysis. That is something I don't really do all too frequently, but I am curious right now what I am doing. There we go, if I can actually type. This will take a minute to load, and I'm gonna click that and it should show. So for people that don't know, this plugin is basically a DPS meter, but I'm mainly interested in it after seeing what low bleed, how weak that was. I'm mainly interested in just seeing what sort of damage my different things do, what my damage sources are. There is an archer far away. Yeah, probably would be best for me to go ahead and get him. I did not mean to use the boot. Need to go to range stance. I feel like that's taking up way too much of my user interface, unfortunately. I really don't like my screen being crowded by different things. I think it's just because something's usually not there, and I actually realize you all probably can't see this. I kind of forgot that as being hidden by the face cam, so maybe y'all can actually see that now. Right there, it's not too bad. It's still sticking out a little bit more than I'd like, but it's really not too much overall. I guess I'm just not used to actually having panels up right there. And I have not been paying, now that I put that up, I think I've been not paying attention to the actual gameplay as much. But it'll be interesting for me to see. I think maybe when we get to boss fights or something, just what's doing all the damage. We can actually see right here in these short fights, range resounding challenge. That's why I like this gambit so much. Even solo, it'd actually be kind of similar solo, I think. Mainly range resounding challenge damage, and then major bleed from the barbed javelins, which is probably from resounding challenge actually. The bleed that triggers is what my big damage source is right now. Okay, so let's use javelin debuffs. I am silenced, so I'll probably have to use some bleeds. I can't use my fist builder. Really didn't want to use this gambit power attack. I often forget that I can actually just use shift 2 to get a quick gambit off in the range stance. Oh, they're still dealing with this guy. Hello, Tortuga. You are here and everything is going to be fine. That is good. I was worried about where we're following this mysterious figure, that things would not be fine. And the old man. You did some drinking, so now you're just chilling and getting sober in bed. I'm still glad that you decided to do that, I suppose, while I'm streaming that time. And hello, Nathan Philip Connors. So we are on the last boss, which is a DPS race, it sounds like. I'm going to go ahead and use my consumables.
Before I wielded power.
I think I need to put Never Surrender up, and I don't know what I just used. I pressed Control 5 instead of Shift 5, so I wasted a Morale Bubble potion. I meant to put a buff up, I accidentally wasted one of my Morale Bubble potions. So I have 15 seconds for these. Hello, Salty Grunt. You said 10 straight hours of LOTRO today. I'm guessing more so playing. Wonder why. Is that the archer? Wonder why the captain has their archer out. I really shouldn't complain about this captain too much, but... Okay, so Salty, you just finished Minas Morgul on 2 characters today. Wow. 10 hours actually seems pretty quick to do Minas Morgul on 2 characters.
Let me look into your eyes.
It at one point used to always be like enabled. I don't know why or when they were moved up, but it was relatively recently. I know it used to not be that way, then it turned to always being enabled, and then switched back randomly. At least I can build my gambits. Oh, somebody already interrupted. Oops. Not using good gambits right now. Stun. Oh, Wall of Steel. How did I use that? That's not good. Especially ranged Wall of Steel. Okay, let me actually do some stuff. It takes a minute, but sometimes I can actually do something with my damage. Okay, I'm going to use a potion to be safe and switch back to range. I wonder where the Guardian went. Oh, he's still there. I was like, I thought the Guardian was here in this fight, but for some reason it didn't look like. Yep. 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm actually curious. I don't think I did all that great DPS there, but just so y'all can see the damage sources from that, Resounding Challenge was by far the most. Oh, so we're wondering how to get the captain up, but I think you still can, right? Since we haven't opened them? Oh. Yeah, I think... Well, actually with the L line, I don't know. If I were playing the red line, Big Bleed should be a lot higher than the light damage over time. But I also did a lot of AoE that fight. That's probably why these light damage overtimes are higher than I expected them to be. But still, that is one thing I like about combat analysis. Just interesting to see what all my stuff does. So it sounds like with the Master Looter, you have to turn that on before the fight maybe for it to actually go to effect. That's actually an interesting bracelet for this character. I'm going to... I wonder if the Guardian needs it. I'm going to roll that. Actually, the Captain could need that as well. The Guardian, I think, has Epic Metal. Okay, I rolled on one. Yeah, that's what you said? Or... Yeah, there were 5. Yeah, there's 2 left. Okay, but that only leaves you with 1. Yeah, well, I was going to ask, but the time was running out, if anybody knew that. Oh, yeah. Ardith probably could have used that. Well, it's kind of in between on me. I'll let you have the Osgiliath Ruins armor if you want then. Well, I'll pass on that and maybe Jimmy if he wants it. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see what I actually had. But the reason I wanted to roll on this bracelet is because the ones I have, the maximum power, they're low level, they're level 90. The critical rating, maximum power are stats I'm not all too excited about. So if I don't need the morale, I could actually, let's see what that has. Oh, for some reason I thought she opened it. That was just the acquire. But with this, if I put in maybe a finesse essence, maybe even one vitality one, and maybe a physical mastery, it might actually be better than one of these low-level bracelets for me. Okay, so what was going on with this last chest? Oh, okay. Oh, definitely. I'm up to 15 of those. I'm just up to 15 of those. So we have been streaming for about 2.5 hours. I'm expecting all the group activities to be done, so I will maybe do a little bit of questing, maybe at least do the dailies. And I realize I am kind of slowly shifting back to my more normal position way over here. Yeah, it has like a little bit of vitality, but the might and even the amount for the parry and finesse are not that good. I wonder what the Captain already has. with the essences they have a might essence, which is basically no good. But yeah, I think they could actually get more out of their essence armor, maybe. But with the might essence, that just makes the non-one there. Unfortunately, the main stat essences, for people that don't know, they're not all that great. And the reason for that, if I have one here, I should be able to show. Like the agility one here gives 124 agility, but if we compare that to, even if we compare it to a yellow, oh, what? Well, okay, so it used to be the level 100 gear was like very strong because it was 5 lesson slots, but nowadays the essences are so weak at this level compared to like the other armor that it's not as relatively strong. I have a lot of people randomly doing stuff. So yeah, I'm actually at the barter for that right now, and let me see if I can link something that uses the Morgul crest that you all would have interest in. So that is dropped from the instances, the Pelennor instances. I don't think that drops from the raid. I'll go to that barter in a minute. But you can barter that and the box there to select what type of armor you would want. So if you get like bad luck with loot, I think that's what Morgul Crest would help with. And then there's also the essence recipes, which again, I don't know how good the essences will be. They look a lot better for level 105, just to say. But I also know the statted gear for 105 is also a lot better than we have at 100. So yeah, and also the main stat essences, they still are really bad at level 105. It sounds like this is actually something I had heard, but maybe the level 105 drops from the Pelennor instances won't actually be available to us. For some reason I remember something about them disabling that. I don't remember exactly, but we'll see. So Zeph, thank you for that information. I totally forgot about that as well. The statted armor that you can get from like old challenge chests is actually pretty decent, it looks like. Much better than level 100. Yeah, thanks. I think she already left. But this level 105 armor is, just compared to my shoulders, obviously significantly better. Especially the main stats, agility and vitality. And yes, Jonathan, that pet is following me. It is my ill-omened hound. Did you say red maid?
Dark skies, dark tidings.
Oh, Sunday. I was wondering if you wanted to do that now. Yeah, you too. Or good morning, afternoon, whatever. Alright, so we are done with the group stuff. And I wonder, I think the Throne of the Dreadtear will still drop the raid armor. I don't know how that will be. I'd have to actually look at that. I don't know where a good place to look at that actually is.
The enemies of men approach.
But I am not too familiar with the armor there, how it will all be with that, so I can drop the group. And for the rest of the stream, I do want to do my Pelennor Fields dailies, at least, just see how those go. I think that would be something useful to get done and pretty fun and short. So at the very least I will do that. Otherwise, I don't think there's all too much that I feel like I need to do, but I would like to get my what is it? Oh yeah, start going into Talath Anor a little bit more. That is what I need to really focus on. I don't know so much focus on, but it's something I need to get done. Oh, Jalvarsha, that's all Talath Anor. Let's actually do that. I think that sounds like something new, and it would help with Talath Anor. So let me untrack. I wonder if you can untrack all quests with this. I don't remember. I don't think you can. So I'll just have to individually untrack all of these. Been assisting the builders, don't know what to do right now, and then the 2 missions ones, and then Jalvarsha. We'll go ahead and get that done. This should actually give me quite a bit to do, it looks like, in that camp. And this NPC is back. We got done with that phasing, I guess, with the book quest. But yeah, it'll be interesting, I think, to see what the level 105 gear will look like. Well, somehow I feel like I messed up the words in that sentence, but what the level 105 gear will look like and what will be kind of considered the best, because right now the Osgiliath armor, depending what jewelry you have, could definitely be good with the 5 essence slot ones, but compared to back in the day, I don't think it's as strong as it used to be because the essences themselves are relatively weaker compared to regular statted armor. That said, I actually do need to check this. So the main thing with this is the might gives me 800 physical mastery, and that would actually be a little bit of a downgrade from the agility one, which would be 900-ish physical mastery. So through 3 essences, I have to come up with 100 physical mastery. I don't know if I need crit or finesse. I think for tier 2 I might still need finesse. I'm not entirely sure on that. Critical, I think I can still use 1.1% maybe. I'm guessing that'll be 30% cap for the outline. Probably would have been good to let the captain have this. I wonder what the max morale essence is. No good. See, I can get 1,000 physical mastery. I really feel like I could get, if I put a finesse essence and a physical mastery one in it, that would be a big help. I would lose the vitality. That'd be the main downside actually of this bracelet, but I don't know if I necessarily need the vitality. Need the morale. And then maybe a critical rating essence even. Let me go ahead and equip it and see what my stats are with that. Definitely want finesse. Okay, I'm just going to try this out. Mainly because I don't want that piece of gear to go to waste after that. And so actually this bracelet, this is something that is not really the best. It's something I could easily get better of in an epic battle, but that's something I don't really want to do on this character. I don't know about critical rating. I think that would be helpful. I'm curious what 1000 crit rating gets me. 28.9%. That was actually just the crit rating. That was actually not all that much before and after. Let me just totally unequip it. So before I was at 28.4, this gave me 0.5% crit rating. That was probably not good. I'm actually going to take that essence out. I don't think that's worth it for the crit rating. I would rather even put a vitality in that. I should have physical mastery essences. I have 1. I thought I had a lot more just kind of physical mastery essences. Oh no, I put this in? Oh no, that's not good. I accidentally dragged the wrong essence into that. Are you sure? Okay. I did not read the are you sure. Well, I have my trigger essence now. I just don't have it in the ideal piece of gear, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Not my trigger essence, but it actually kind of is a trigger essence, just not called one in a way. Alright, so Zephysa with the LOTRO wiki is actually, it sounds like, mostly up to date with that. Yeah, the essences, it's a little bit hard. I can't agree with that looking at the LOTRO wiki. The LOTRO wiki is great for a lot of things. There are some things that are sometimes outdated, but it sounds like a lot of the armor, that type of stuff is up to date. That is good to know. I think there are also plugins where you can just look at like item database type plugins where you can look at all that stuff if you want. I don't have any of them. I just think they exist. Wonder what that didn't actually. Oh, that was probably. I saw a weird debuff, and it's probably from my essence of physicality there. But yeah, I think I'm happier. Let me see actually my physical mastery. That should be where I see a big difference. 194.9 to 197.6 to 55.6. Yeah. So I see a pretty decent difference in physical mastery. That was the main goal with this, I suppose. Also get more finesse, so I'm a little bit closer to the 30% mark. Which, as far as I know, I am not 100% familiar with this, but as far as I know, 30% shooting for that would be good for tier 2 stuff in general. I know I need to... Oh, I'm in the melee stance. That is not good. That means I totally messed up everything I used earlier, but I can still get that morale tap. And I forget, these guys have strong bleeds. Wow, me being in melee stance, that really messed everything up. Okay. Let me slow them. Yeah, that really did. Just being in melee stance really threw off the flow of that fight, and then I died. Actually, I stopped paying attention. I was reading the chat there. As much of an excuse as that is actually what I was doing. Okay, I will put Never Surrender out, but I don't want that to trigger now. So I'll just kind of reset. I'll even use consumables, make things a little bit safer here. I can probably do some quest objective type stuff. Well, this thing's about to get destroyed. Then I think the shield guard, the Suhular guard, falls down, and then we can kill him. I'm gaining a bunch of morale in the meantime. I go ahead and use my consumables. So Zeph, with the wiki page for essences, you have the actually useful pages there saved somewhere. People might be interested. It could be good if you wouldn't mind linking that in the kinship Discord. That I think would definitely be helpful to some people. Yeah, there's some people in my kinship that I do think take the time to really build their character, and there are some that would be interested in building their character better, but they just don't really know what all is the best, or just don't have the time to do everything to get the best gear. But any more resources to help people with that would definitely be beneficial, I think. Even with stuff like, I guess y'all couldn't hear this talking in the Kin Discord just about people not having their imbued allies. That's such a huge difference that actually a good strategy is to just a random third age. You can actually imbue it for a lot of the classes, at least, maybe not all of them or all the legendary items specifically, but imbuing a plain old random third age can often be actually very beneficial and an upgrade over a maxed out unimbued first stage even. So it's just like something temporary. This is actually a very good strategy. I wasn't able to do this when I did this on my Runekeeper. I wasn't able to do that strategy, but the mob resets when he falls. Oh no. It's almost like a new mob falls. It's not even the same one. Wow. Being in range dance, that just helps so much. There are so many things to do in this game. This is probably going to be a little bit slow for me overall. Should be something that goes by fast. Or seems like a quest set that seems like it should be fast on a Warden, but with my slow questing style, we'll probably be stuck here a while. Which I get Slayer Deed progress, so that is good. Zeph, you can let them in the Seeking Adventure channel, that would be good. With our kinship, the Discord, I don't know if people that aren't members can see it, but we have like our member chat and all that sort of stuff that is just for members of the kin. But what I'm trying to get them, which I could probably even do this, I might actually have the permissions in Discord to do this on the server, is on our kin Discord, I think it would be very useful to put like a building type channel to help people get group content and raid ready a little bit more. Especially, I'm kind of curious what my kin will do with the Throne of the Dredge here, because to go a little bit of background for my kin, the Mithril League on Anor, we, during the Rift of Ner'zgashu, first of all, we consider ourselves very casual when it comes to group content. So That is what is going on there. But with the Rifted Nurse Scout Shoot, we ran that a lot. We ran it on tier 2, and we had some people more so now that were really interested in raiding and going up a little bit on difficulties, and not necessarily being like hardcore raiders, but a little bit less casual, I guess. And even I was maybe a little bit at the beginning, but over time a lot of people that regularly raided, they just stopped playing after the fun periods of Angmar, Moria, Mirkwood, and Isengard and the such. And then a few people have stuck around. We've actually had more people join the kin over time, so it'll be curious to see what we actually end up being able to do with the Throne of the Dread here, with it being a full multi-boss raid and having both tier 1 and tier 2. And like today, with some less well-built characters, I even consider myself, so when I talk about people in my kin and their setups, with my character, obviously I am relatively under-geared. I could have a lot better gear on my Warden right here. So with just like people in our groups like that, I'm not sure we would be able to do tier 2, as fun as it would be, and we could get better loot and stuff. I'm curious if we'll actually get around to doing that with the raid or not. Well, that bleed... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That would explain one thing. But these bleeds these guys put on in Olden Horion, they are strong. It's kind of weird. This Warden actually went through a phase, I think, in Western Gondor, where bleeds and damage over time effects like that were strong, and I'd have to be relatively careful. Not super careful, but I'd have to actually pay attention on landscape to just make sure I remove those. And then for a while, I think in Central Gondor, there was like absolutely nothing that I remember that was causing any problems, and now in Olden Horion, they have some bleeds that I just have to actually pay attention to remove. Okay, I should be able to get quite a few quest items after this pull. In this situation, I'm taking a lot of damage, but I don't have any of those, once again, bleed effects going on me. And I can heal. Might seem small, the amount of morale that like Restoration or even that little Persevere, how much they heal might seem small, but it is something that adds up when you get all those healing gambits stacked up. It really does add up. And can actually help, I think. Okay, there is a backpack. I thought there were other quest items around here. Maybe I already got everything I needed as far as that goes. I still need to burn some banners. There's a wooden chest. We loot that. Oh, and I need to reforge. Okay, so first let me browse the shop, sell a couple things, so I can loot all this. And then I will still keep my old jewelry. I doubt I will equip that, but I'll still keep it just in case. That's actually a nice-ish sword, just that it has physical mastery, I guess. But I need to reforge my allies. Now I wonder if I'm at the point... I'll probably wait until after questing, but I wonder... There we go. If I'm at the point where I can go ahead and get that last tier 9 relic. Because that would be convenient. Or just would be nice for me to go ahead and get done, but I'm not sure I'm quite at that point. Okay, so as far as my quests go, it looks like I have a lot to the southeast here. I do have a quest ring, which is probably a horse like right here-ish. And then I need to burn 4 more banners, plant 2 more banners of Gondor. I'm guessing the 2 more banners are on this side that I need to plant. And then I need to destroy tents. Oh no, I have not been doing that. Apparently all these tents are destroyable. I never noticed that. Not being too observant with that. I see them flashing now that I know I need to destroy them, but that is something I totally didn't notice. I'm guessing when this guy finishes induction and hits me with whatever, I will have a bleed, unless it's something I evaded maybe. I feel like these quests, the questing in Olden Horion and Gondor in general, I feel like it's slow to get started. So it's something I could definitely see back in the day if I was used to like West Rohan and being just bored with the quest in general and feeling like the whole time that questing was boring to me. Gondor, by my first impressions back in the day, I'm guessing it was kind of similar. But once you actually get into Gondor a little bit more, especially Old Anorian here, I think it actually gets a lot more fun when you get into it a little bit. It's just the start of it is, I would say, relatively boring. So I could definitely see Old Anorian just like why I would have that opinion that it is no good or boring or whatever, because of how slow of a start it is to actually ramp up in the funness, I guess. Okay, so quests, I need to destroy, well, defeat one more tower guard, which I can do right here. And I accidentally got Warcry up. There is a backpack. I hate to say this, but I'm not sure that is worth going after. Okay, so for other quests, I need to... Okay, these banners are probably going to be around. I'm really surprised I got that tents quest done. I know there are a bunch of tents around, but usually quests like that I lose focus on after a while. Okay, don't see any banners here. Looking at the map, that is taking the something. So that is the quest I have. It's still tracking, at least, around this area as if there might be some banners in the area that I still need to destroy. But because I'm not seeing any, I will go to this other place that I know I need to go. I also need to defeat some named NPC. Okay, this is going to be something I have to actually... First of all, remove my bleed. Don't want that doing too much damage. Turn floating names off. If I had known this guy still had full morale, I probably wouldn't have used my heal there. I would have built up a more useful damaging gambit, but that should take care of him. Okay, here's one banner that I am planting. I think there are enemies up on the tower area, up on the wall, that I need to get. There still is one more banner. Here it actually is behind me. This is the one more I need to plant, and then I need to destroy 3 more banners still. Burn 3 more. I wonder if some of those can be on that wall as well. I actually see one right there, so that tells me there's at least one. But I think the named NPC I need, I'm guessing, is up here at least. And here are actually exactly 3 banners, so I will go and pull all these enemies. There's a captain, but I need a different named one. Oh, there's actually a couple banners up here as well. That's pretty convenient, so I'll just stay up here, I think. So one more banner here, and I should be done with these quests. And they should all count. They're in the quest log for Talath Anor, so they really should all count for the quest of Talath Anor deed right there. That'll be 7 out of 25. This is a good example of one of those deeds that I feel like is not good to pay attention every individual quest you turn in, but good to track my progress with that at least, I think, still. Just not focus too much, I think this is true in general, but just not focus too much on the destination with that. And like I was doing with Jalvarsha there, definitely enjoying the content. One thing I do like with my setup that I modified is my monitor, I mentioned, is a little bit higher, which I think is actually a good thing. It wasn't like straining my neck before, but I feel like I think it is a little bit more centered with my vision, the center of the monitor. So which way do I want to go? I'm actually pretty close to where I need to be. I think I can travel through this. I should probably get on my worst deed though. I don't know why I'm running by foot. That is a slow way to go about things. Really surprised I didn't injure my worst aid. Oh, I actually did. 6-second injury there, but still faster than running by foot, I think. Okay, just to make sure these are actually progressing the right thing, I should be at 4, and I am, so all good with that. I don't think Jalvarsha, as fun as that would be for it to just be repeatable and that's all I need to do, I don't think that is the case. Culling the Tide, okay. We'll just get these quests, the repeatable ones, even the Northern Rama stuff. I might do that. It would be good to go ahead and do that. I will go ahead and do that.
Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
So thinking for an outlook for the rest of the stream,
We'll be ready. We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late. Is this your first
that's
time
actually
on
something I have to think about. So
Shame you
I'm
couldn't
thinking I'll
see
do
it in
these
better
two things.
days.
I'll do the North Gate as far as Talath Anor goes, as far as I can before it takes me maybe to like
Only hope
Krithos.
that the Rohirrim will arrive.
So I think for that I have to untrack all the quests that I have tracked.
first time
And then
in
maybe
this
after that, or actually right now, I'll go ahead and do Northern Rama, so go ahead and get that done. This will be good for my Pelennor Field quest deed, and of course there's Slayers and a bunch of things that I can get done here as well as just like a general bunch of quests done.
Before it's too late.
Okay, so last time I know I accidentally just totally ran out that. But what I need to do first, I think, is focus on the stuff up here. There might be some quest items. I remember supplies I had to come back for, so I do want to see. There are no supplies up here. I think I'm in melee, so I have to be careful to not use Resilient Challenge. Here's actually one of the named NPCs. That's pretty convenient that they are right here. Oh, I'm actually dying. I don't know if that resolution actually saved me, wow. Okay, I think I'm at high enough morale I can go ahead and use Never Surrender. I'm really like glitching through this wall, falling through the surface. The named NPC already respawned. All I want is this quest item. I don't really even need to get this hook necessarily, but that is all I wanted right there. Okay, and then I am actually interested in these supplies. That is the main thing. I want to get at least 1 or 2 of those. Would be nice if I can get them while up here. I think to get more I would have to head down and maybe down an alternate route. So I will not do that for now. Just focus on the hooks. I think I will have to kill all these enemies, so I'll go ahead and, as usual, round up a bunch and then do a bunch of the actual quest items at once. I think I already have a quest ready to turn and defeat Easterlings, I think. Something like that. Culling the Tide of Easterlings, yeah. Oh, I still have something to filter. Champions Axe of the Third Age. Okay. Probably also making good progress on this Yuhilar Warriors. Really like it when some quest objectives count for multiple quests at once, such as defeating enemies. I don't remember what these posts are for. Plant banners of Gondor, okay. I think I have to do that all along the wall if I remember correctly, which is actually scary because I might have to do that at a section that I have already been to. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that, go ahead and do my backtracking early on for once. Hope I can jump over that. I actually could. Wow. Sometimes this game really amazes me when it actually lets you jump over something like that. Because usually it does not seem to let you. Yep, here's the banner I need to plant. And I believe there's at least one more off to the, what direction is that? The east. That I can get. I thought I had 2 enemies attacking me. If I did, I have no idea where the other one is. But yeah, for these quests, these ones are progressing the Quest of Pelennor Deed, which I am As far as quests go, this gives me a bunch at once, so that's really good for progressing that deed. I know I have a lot of other quests I can do, but if I do these daily, it's just something that can really help with that, so I don't feel the need to do that many other quests. As bad as that kinda, I feel like, may sound, because usually I am somebody that does like to get more of a full experience. My main priority on this Warden is to continue with the huge amount of progress. And then if I want, I can go back in and do some other things. That was a good crit with Surety of Death. I think I already looted another. I have so many Third Ages filtered, but there are just so many different types and different varieties that can drop in the game that I still don't have them all filtered. Still got a Guardian one. I got a Champion one earlier and I have all these Champion things filtered. Then I got a Guardian's Mace of the Third Age there. And most of those in the filter are probably level 100, but some of them I will say could be lower level. So if you filter a Third Age item, like if you filter a level 85 Third Age item, that actually would not count for element melee stance. Basically, it wouldn't filter like any other level Third Ages. Oh, here's some random supplies. This is the big thing, just the supplies. I know I had to do a lot of back and forth to actually get all those last time, so it's always nice to see when I need more. And I'm actually, or not need more, but when I get them. I'm actually don't have enough hooks, which is a little bit weird. There's some supplies right down there. I don't actually know what the hooks, because last time I was able to do that all. Oh, here are 3 hooks right here. This would help. I might have just skipped over these when I did the big pull earlier. That is the likely case. And there are more supplies. Once I go down, I can get those, so all good actually with the quest. Must face the target. There we go. The hook is actually buried under the, well, I guess this would be bricks buried under the floor. I'm somehow removing those. They're like under kind of cement-like material, I guess. Could be stone as well, not necessarily brick, even though it looks a little bit like brick. Oh, and I'm using goad, which is not good. I tried to do some burst damage as a Warden, but if I don't get crits, that does not work. Didn't even intentionally try to do the burst damage, but just kind of happened that I used 3 relatively strong upfront damage gambits, like back to back. I really don't like floating names on, but sometimes it is really helpful as well. So I mainly actually want supplies. I really like killing the enemies, but I think it would be best if I just focus on the supplies right now, at least. Oh, there we actually saw with floating names. That's the first induction bar I've actually seen. Don't see any supplies out those ways. There is one. I'll go ahead and get this one, I think. Four more supplies. think one of the big reasons this actually took so long last time is because I just like ran around killing everything and wasn't focused on the supplies that I think is helping right now at least. It is still fun to run around and kill everything. Of course I get like Slayer Deed progress, all that sort of stuff that I need anyway, which I'll probably complete that. I don't think that's even something that the progress there is probably mostly irrelevant, but as long as I kill things focusing on supplies, I think it is good. So I still need 2 more supplies. There is at least 1 down here, and I know of at least 1 other area. This is actually the named one I need. And I know of at least 1 other supplies on the wall, but I believe this is really going fast if I'm actually already almost done. I'm totally messing up those gambits, but I don't think it matters. Oh, there's actually 2 supplies here, which means I am definitely almost done. And that, as far as quests go, this is definitely one of the faster quest sets I have done, it seems like, in a while. Stayed on task for once. So a little bit of review today. I will probably have to change the stream title, assuming I don't forget. Sometimes I forget, because sometimes it also doesn't actually save with YouTube, so I'd have to like change it sometime tomorrow for it to actually take effect, but hopefully that should work. But the stream, what we actually did today was not Serious Irma. That would have been fun, but we only had about 3 people on at various times, so 2 other people on, 1 consistent person on both times, and then there was, I'm gonna finish that. Actually curious what my Pelennor, yeah, that really helps with the Pelennor. I just need to do that daily 1 more time and I'll have Quest of Pelennor done, which will be nice. The Line of the King, oh, that's one of those plaque things that I don't need to worry about, as there are some nice rewards from that. Assisting the builders, do want to turn that in. Make sure I can do the daily again. But I do want to talk briefly, at least, about future plans. Let me track nearby quests, that should work. I need to kneel before somebody. Actually, that's right, back at the North Gate. I don't know why I was heading here. I didn't even need to head here. Kneel and listen to the injured farmer. So there's an injured farmer, apparently. Here's somewhere. Right now I am injured, but not a farmer, I guess. Anyway. For my future plans, I would like to do a video for Friday. I usually, for people that don't know, do videos Friday, and Monday is generally searching for survivors. That is right here, a little bit to the north. Maybe he is on the wall. I'm guessing he is on the wall, which is kind of weird. Oh, there he is, never mind. He was hiding.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim...
But yeah, I don't actually have anything solidly planned for this Friday. Been focusing a little bit more on streams lately, as you all can probably tell. One little reason is just my videos recently have not done too well overall compared to some of my earlier videos, so kind of just waiting things out and trying to think of something that would be good to potentially do. I think I need to, yeah, this will take me, I think, to Kurthost if I remember correctly. Maybe not, but we'll see. Might take me there, might not. Slain body. Oh, we might actually be going to a solo instance or something. Yeah.
The slain body of a Suhalar Easterling has led you to a...
And Buckalonius, I think I do have the stamina to continue with this streaming. It's just doing streams and videos at the same time. That is usually what I just basically don't have time to actually do. Is this the slain Suhalar? There we go. Bear trap. But yeah, one reason actually that I feel like I've been streaming more frequently lately compared to especially January time is just because early in the year I was working on like annual gameplays and that type of stuff, and a few specific very big videos that took a long time to do, so I didn't really have quite as much time to stream while working on those videos, which I was happy working on those videos. But yeah, that left less time for streaming, and now that I am more so done with that type of stuff, I feel like I'm just spending a lot more time streaming rather than working on videos. And a lot of my videos, I like to spend a good amount of time to make them look decent, not just like the commentary part, but actually have relevant stuff in the video. So those ones, kind of like my guide videos and review videos, usually those ones take a long time to do. So that's why I can't really have those all that frequently. But one thing I've been thinking about is returning to some more guides. There are just a few things with guides that, I don't know, it's hard for me to get started. Once I actually get started doing class guides, it's pretty easy for me to like start doing more and more, but it's just something I have to actually do when instead of taking a long time to do, they do take a long time to do, especially the in-depth trade analysis ones. Those ones take a while to actually go through it. I have to make sure my builds are good and that things actually work like they say they do in game and all that sort of stuff. And I like to do classes that I've actually played more recently, so I am more familiar with how things do actually play out. But one thing with those is they, relative to other stuff, do actually wear me out more. It's kind of like that legendary item imbuement guide. After a long day of work and school, usually doing something like that is not the most ideal thing for me to go back and do.
If my mother were here.
Okay, I think I get, looks like a lot of quests here.
If my mother were here.
Wow, I'm getting tons of quest ring icons, at least on the minimap.
I'm sure of it.
And then, so Bacalonius, you're curious what is easiest for me streaming or YouTube videos, and the most profitable, or is both better? So I don't really know with my channel, especially since I do both on YouTube. It's also, I'm at a point where I'm so small that certain events can affect, like with certain videos, certain events can affect certain things. So, for example, streaming. Sometimes when I stream, people will give tips which can really affect for profit, like revenue, money, profit. And then also streams typically drive, I think, more channel memberships than videos. But overall, videos, as far as like ads go, those typically make more money. And also my videos, regular videos, typically get a lot more views. So there's also that. But streaming, to me, streaming is the only chance I actually feel like I get to play LOTRO. So that's one reason I like streaming. And one thing I've been kind of considering with my channel is actually streaming on Twitch. Back in the day I did not like it, but it's something I have shifted to slightly considering it, basically. See, I have a ring, it's probably right in this building area. There it goes, that NPC just, the refugee had it just pop up. So I think I will do these quests inside the town and probably get wrapped up with this in a few moments whenever I actually get done with these quests in this town. I will also go ahead and make my milestone here. I don't know how long I'll be questing in Talath Anor, but I'll go ahead and make my milestone here because I can muster in Minas Tirith now. Probably should make my milestone to South Bree at some point when I'm done with questing, which may be never on this character. But yeah, also making videos for me is fun. I like editing, oddly enough, in the morning and the kind of late at night. An Obi Cat Kitanobi. Guess what? If Middle Earth was real and I lived there, what occupation / class would I choose? So I would like to say Warden, but realistically, I would probably be a runekeeper for my class. And I could see my occupation being something like an explorer or a scholar. Scholar would be more close to what I do in real life, I guess. But in LOTRO and Middle Earth, thinking LOTRO specifically with Middle Earth, I am thinking the Explorer vocation specifically, and maybe Tailor with that. I wouldn't really like Tailor. Maybe Woodworker. That would be more ideal. I'd be a Woodworker Runekeeper. Would be my guess. I could actually also see myself being while I would never play a Hobbit in LOTRO, Minas Tirith looks very weird from here. It's like half loaded, half the circles, and the top just is totally missing. It almost looks like a Colosseum. That's kind of neat. Really kind of does remind me of a Colosseum type look. Placing bear traps, that's what I'm doing. This is technically outside of the camp, I think, but it's so close to the camp that I feel like it's something I can just do. And Bacalonius, thank you for the $10 Canadian dollar, I guess, tip. I do appreciate that, and yeah, I will get back to that in a minute, just to quickly finish with Obi Cat's question. The Hobbit. There are a lot of things I like about Hobbit lifestyle that I could see myself wanting. Maybe being a little bit more so of an adventurous Hobbit, not one that necessarily stays in the Shire all the time. There's a dirt, here it is, it's hiding under the rock. I'm going to place a bear trap there, not sure how useful that will be, but it'll let me do that. So even though I don't like Hobbits in LOTRO in-game, that's something I could see myself being in a real Middle Earth. But Bacalonius, just to go back a little bit, since I do appreciate the $10 tip, that is good. And that is why streaming can be a little bit more profitable, I guess. But I don't remember what all I said. I feel like I covered most things with that. Can actually place a bear trap. I guess I can just like totally throw it and just hope it activates and lands in the dirt so it's buried and a little bit hard to see and actually works as a trap. Okay, a couple quests ready to turn in. But yeah, with streaming versus regular videos, I feel like there's a little bit of different audience between the two as well. So I would guess people that watch my streams are more likely to watch my videos than people who watch my videos would watch my streams, if that makes any sense. So I think a lot of people for my channel would like watch things like my LOTRO news videos and that type of stuff and some different commentaries I do. And those type of people I would guess are less likely, not all of them, but a relatively large portion of them are less likely to watch streams. And there may be some people who only like watching the streams and don't really care about all the other videos, just want to see me play and don't, they already know like all the LOTRO news, don't care for watching that or whatever. But I think it's relatively smaller. And Bacalonius, once again, thank you for the $10 tip. You said you forgot Canadian funny money isn't worth as much in the US. I honestly have no idea how much it is worth in the US, but either way, I do appreciate that, and I feel like I should. Unfortunately, it is late and I am tired, but I really should point out what I use that. Ooh, I have a couple quests for that area. Ashes and Stars, Chapter 5. I don't want that tracked. But Talath Anor. Got a couple quests here. I do feel like I actually could go ahead and do those. Not just focus on the deed, that's actually not even what I wanted to bring up. I don't think. I want to bring up my quest log and I had everything there. But Bacalonius, what that would go towards is basically equipment upgrades. I am currently maybe looking for a GPU. Looking for a GPU that's in stock. And that is probably the next big thing that I'd like to get to upgrade my setup. Also potentially upgrading a microphone. I don't think the microphone I have right now is bad. It's a lot better than what I used to use. But I could do some things to actually improve that. And by the way, I just want to point out again, since we're going towards the end of this stream, that I have changed my setup. And y'all can probably see I'm actually almost out of the frame of this. I'm way far on the right. So as I mentioned, I moved the monitor to my left, which would, if I moved it that way, it almost looked like the right. And I'm farther away from my microphone than normal. And I should probably sit more over here, but I used to sit, if I go way back over here, this is about where I used to sit, and obviously I am not really in the frame all that well. So I moved stuff, and now the background is basically only the map. So that is one reason I moved, and actually the main reason. Also, I wanted to move my monitor. It was stable. Let me go back to the game and we can travel. I'll go ahead and do the next quest set. I'm too interested to see what actually goes on with this quest set. And then probably get headed off after this. Yeah, that map, I am actually doing that a bad way. This, changing the setup has totally messed me up and thrown me off with basically everything. But while we're traveling and running into walls, this is the map. It's a little bit harder for me to do actually right now, but that is what it is. So yeah, just having everything moved has thrown me off, but I only hope it actually improves stuff and improves like the background with the stream, actually having just consistently the map the whole time. But with the monitor, the way I have it on like a table, I don't even know what to call it, something that clamps to the desk, but my desk is a utility table, it's like plastic. So it's a little bit hard to get that set up, and the way I had it is it was leaning very bad before, and I don't think it was like unsafe. If it were dangerous, I definitely would have changed it earlier, but something I was intending to try to move, especially to have the monitor, since it was leaning, the monitor was lower than I would have liked, just by a little bit, so that's another reason I did that. Okay, there are so many worsted mobs chasing me. I can only hope that Never Surrender hit all of them, and that will deal with them. Also got a Mordor captain here. We've changed from Morgul mobs to Mordor mobs. Oops, I have 2 Brink of Victories built up, and one in Battle Memory and one in Regular Deed. Oh, that Defiler did hit me. But yeah, I feel like for myself, I improved my monitor situation a little bit. Dual arm hydraulic mount for your monitors, and it's been amazing. Yeah, I really like having, so ideally I would actually have the monitor wall mounted, but there is no wall behind my monitor. It's like, I don't know, 6 feet away from my monitor, maybe even more. So obviously that would not work for mounting it. I could totally change my setup to where I could actually wall mount stuff and maybe improve a few things. But I mostly like my setup for what I can at least work in with my room here. And as weird as it may look in the room, I actually like having my desk near the window so I can just look out the window. And yeah, that's actually what I am talking about. It clamps to the back of my desk, that is what I have. And I actually have something similar for my mic arm. It clamps to the desk. But I actually have it clamped on my little side table desk thing. So that's why it's a little bit limited, but that way it's out of the way. I almost feel like also the microphone actually being a little bit far away from me could actually be a good thing. Oddly, because that would mean it'd catch a little bit less of my breath just going on it. feel like I'm crazy, but I think my neighbors below me are vacuuming right now. Maybe not. It really sounds like they're vacuuming, which it's 10, 14 o'clock. Usually it sounds like a vacuum noise, but I honestly can't tell because they're below me and not above me. So maybe they aren't. But if it were, that would be a little bit late for that. But fortunately, they're usually very quiet. Which I guess it would be bad if neighbors below you were loud. So I need to plant all these. And I thought it was too good to be true that I was already done with those 2 quests. Oh, I need to collect saplings. I thought I was actually planting saplings. I guess because these orcs are burning them, I have to just like save the saplings. All the things here. So Bakalini's, you're not a fan of a mic in front of streamer's face in the camera. Yeah, that is also one thing. I also don't like that. I don't like it in the way of my face. If I had my microphone right here, it would just be in the way of myself even. So I like it off to this side a little bit. I also... It's better than it being on like a stand to my left, I will say that, and for various reasons definitely better than that for like whenever I type, not getting super loud audio or whenever I press anything with my keys. But having it off to the side and kind of floating on a mic arm is pretty ideal to me. And it's like at a position where I kind of blocks my mouse. If I try to look at my mouse, my hand there, but it doesn't block my screen. So I have it basically perfectly positioned where it's just under my screen. And hello Campash G4, I don't really play PvP. I could pretend that I sometimes do, but honestly I just do not. It's been a very long time since I played PvMP and LOTRO. Other games, I do play PvP. The most notable one is probably Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in a while though. I might actually do an Overwatch stream at some point. If I did not actually do videos, I would probably, like, if what I mean is if my free time wasn't spent so much on videos and streams, is I would probably play Overwatch a lot more. So Bakalinis, he said I should place a picture of my main on the map behind you of where I will be doing the content for the stream. So like today, let's actually look at that. What's the right one? This one? So like today, I am in this area. There's Minas Tirith. So I am somewhere around here-ish. Here-ish maybe? It's kind of hard to tell actually. I think Gondor, eastern part of Gondor is actually very different looking on that map. I don't know if y'all can even see Gondor. Hopefully I'm not even blocking it the whole time. But Gondor here, yeah, more so here. It's very spread out in LOTRO. This area is really large in LOTRO, but it's very, very tiny on this map by comparison. I don't even know if y'all can hear me when I turn like that. But anyway, that would be neat. One thing I have thought is, because it's relatively plainish back there, even with the map, is putting something like a picture of my main or just something in a relatively blankish area like Crodwaith or Rune, where there's just not quite as much going on that is not really explored. Look around. Oh, that's a lot of stuff here. I wonder if I'll get more quests when I go. Oh, this actually is a lot of quests. Good. That little set of 2 quests that I did there honestly was not too exciting. But I am making good progress on Talath Anor, but I think I am ready to wrap up with the stream. I am ready for bed, basically. Glad you think I'm a stud, Campaz. I kind of didn't realize this, but I've been spending most of the stream with my legs crossed and actually getting a little bit sore. I usually, especially if I'm playing this long, I'll like totally sink down or lean back way like this. Could put the title of a zone I'm playing in the blank spot. That is something I could do. I'd have to think how I could do that. Or if I just have like a text overlay there, but that'd be a little bit weird. Okay, so I have a couple exciting quest sets. I'll leave these couple of exciting quest sets for later and see how they actually turn out, but right now they look exciting. There's also a warband way up there, which I'd be excited to actually knock out. Or at least attempt to knock out. I'd have to see what it's actually like. But yeah, that is all I think I have for the stream. I do need to return to Minas Tirith and turn in a quest. Actually, I kind of forgot about that, but we'll go ahead and do that. Actually, do you all want to see After Battle Minas Tirith? It's a little bit of a spoiler as far as the storyline goes, but we can go ahead and go there. I am playing on the Anor server, which does not have this, but I want to see it anyway. See that nice blue sky? It's been too long since I've seen a blue sky. Oh no, we're getting another loading screen. It did not even load me. Last time I tried that, at least loaded me, so I could briefly actually see it. But it did not. We still get not quite bright blue Gondor skies, but we get not red skies, I guess. Not dark red skies. It's a little bit purplish here at the wind skies. Oh yeah, I didn't talk fully about future content. So I am thinking about streaming tomorrow, but I'm actually not sure. I really don't know. I don't have the end of this week planned all that well for what I'm actually going to do YouTube-wise. So we'll see. I might stream tomorrow, I might not, and I really have to think about this weekend what I want to try to do. If there's any big projects I want to try to do, or maybe Saturday I can do a really long stream again. I am not sure. We'll have to actually see what happens this weekend. I usually like having stuff planned out better, but unfortunately I don't, and that's actually going to probably be bothering me a little bit. So I will be thinking about that. And this character, I really need to take her to a barber to change her face, because she always looks bored and not happy basically, and I don't like my characters not looking happy because they should always be happy. Anyway, as far as this stream goes, we can get that bored face. As far as this stream goes, I hope you all did enjoy it, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content. And I want to thank Bacalonius once again for donating a total of 20 Canadian dollars, I guess is what they'd be called. And everyone else, thanks for joining, chatting, and watching.